welcome back to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm back with my co-hosts from Lake Titicaca. And...
Okay, Stan Warren C. Hello, everybody. I'm broadcasting live from Titicaca.
It's Watson Bradshaw.
And I'm Chad Cook. The weather was great.
Up in Titicaca?
Titicaca.
Yeah.
Wasn't too steamy?
No, not too steamy. I was on a boat and I was fishing. I hate fish, so it wasn't a totally pleasant time.
Catch anything?
It was a catch and release program, so we.
Did you release anything? You didn't release on Titicaca?
No, it was
Really?
it was a game of. Have you seen the movie The Edge?
Yes.
It was a little bit of.
You know, Battle of Bear?
Well, yeah, he wanted the fish, and I didn't really want the fish. I was like, but I was bored, so I, fought the bear, and
And you put glass on your knuckles?
yeah, it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
It's because Anthony Hopkins found you sleeping with his wife.
I mean, I didn't mean to, and
You just kind of fell into her Titicacas.
it was more of a shoot first situation because
I bet you did.
Yeah.
Alec
I
Baldwin.
thought you said you had no release.
Well, no, Alec Baldwin. The joke because
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Off
I was
the
like,
rails. Already.
movies references.
Yeah, if you haven't seen The Edge from 1996, get on it.
Spoilers, by the way. We're going to do an entire episode on it just right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big Edge review.
Yeah.
It's called Edging with the Boys.
We should. Every episode of this podcast should be covering one movie, and we change the name of the podcast to what the movie.
Yeah, and we just watched it. That's what it is.
That's
Just a
all it
watch
is.
party.
Just watch the
just
algorithm just get destroyed with every new
Like,
name.
what? I thought they were talking about The Edge last time, and then it's like I couldn't think of a stupid movie.
The next one
Maybe
is
Tiptoes is the next one.
the next one's The Game with Michael Douglas.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
See?
And then the next one's Surviving the Game with Ice-T.
We just keep adding to it.
Yeah. Then just
Game of Death with Bruce.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there you go.
See, we just watched the entire season.
Oh man, that would be long.
Just all the way through.
I'm sure there's a bunch of podcasts
No.
already out there watching all of Game
We
of Thrones.
No,
do
just
we
start
do
to
Game
finish.
of Thrones, but only the last season. We just
Just talk about that. The
we do it in
entire time.
reverse order.
Yeah.
no, God, we
Start at the end.
But the thing is, we just rag on the last season.
Oh,
we
well.
don't. I mean,
there's
The last
plenty
season
to
was
rag
amazing.
on.
What are you talking about?
I mean, the
That's so
dragons
good.
looked cool.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You got a zombie ice dragon in it.
That was
in
second
the
last season.
Yeah, second last.
Oh man,
Yeah.
they didn't
So
even
that-
get that in the last season.
There was a great part in the last season of Game of Thrones. Since we're talking about
We're
that,
really
now.
into it now.
This is the second to last episode, and we see Arya in the ruins of King's Landing after Daenerys has destroyed it, and she's staring at that white horse. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
And there was a
Vaguely.
whole slow motion scene of her walking to the horse,
Right.
and then she jumps on the horse and rides away, and we're like, "Oh, this is gonna be pretty epic. She's probably gonna kill Daenerys," and then nothing
No,
happened.
that was
after
her accepting.
That was
I
just,
don't need to kill no
I
one
guess.
no more.
Or it was
that's all it
metaphor.
was.
Death comes on a pale horse, so she's probably in a
She's
later
the-
scene. She's gonna come riding in.
Yeah, but she
Pale
didn't.
Damn,
on.
that would have been good because
That's what I thought.
She was the personification of death.
Well, that's what I thought it was, because you remember, like in the earlier seasons, they're like, "Oh, I see darkness in you."
Yeah, yeah, and they
in that
talk about,
darkness,
like,
there's
you know-
eyes staring back at me.
That'd be
And
so it's
like-
like, okay, well, she's gonna go kill Daenerys, and then she.
and the
didn't do
assassin
that.
group's like, I am no one,
Right.
but I'm everyone. Well, that's like,
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
See,
yeah.
and
But
then
then they didn't follow up on. They just forgot,
No.
I guess.
it would have
Yeah,
been
no.
nice though if
She had to
that
go
horse
be a
was.
pirate.
No.
It would have been nice though if that horse was a Pegasus or a unicorn. No, a unicorn. Sorry, not a Pegasus. Because then it could just fire. Like if it was able to shoot the horn out of its head, like and just it reloads with another horn, like, and then it hits Daenerys in the chest.
But she has a dragon.
And then
now.
the dragon is he's like no. He speaks because
Because
when the
now-
last when
It's
the
Sean
last
Connery?
Targaryen when the last Targaryen dies, it gets its voice back.
Oh, that's yeah. There
and
you
he's
go.
like, I'm the last of the dragon.
But it's a Scottish accent.
It's like, what? I thought you were the from the desert, dude. What happened?
It's got Sean
Said,
Connery's
said
voice.
the unicorn.
It's got Sean Connery's voice. Like, remember there was that '90s movie about
No, yeah, I know.
Dragonheart, yeah.
I'm
It's Braveheart. Yeah, that's right. I am the last one.
I'm Arya commenting on like what I thought. I thought you dragons were from the Middle East there. So it's like, that's a weird accent. And he was like, the Middle East? What are you talking about? I'm
from north of the wall.
That's like the Middle East, right?
Well, I mean, she was in desert half of the show. Right?
They're not from there though. They're from,
I know, but I mean, you think
they're from Old Valyria.
But the dragons were born in the Middle East, so you think
well, those dragons were, I suppose.
Yeah, they were raised by the Jason Momoa people.
But and also, how would the dragons know Targaryen like right off the bat? Like she's got to be speaking to them in that language. Like they know the whole alphabet.
Well, they know Dracarys, right? They know how to set someone on fire.
I mean, how do they know what that word means though?
It's like how does your dog know what heel means? Like
well, you train him to that.
Yeah, you train him.
But like, if the first time she says,
"Have you watched House of the Dragon?" By the way,
no.
Oh well, then
is this all explained?
Well, not really, but
we shall talk about dragon talk.
It's supposed to be like in their whatever, not their DNA, but in their
D is for Dracarys.
Yeah, it's part of their heritage.
Because like a dragon doesn't go Dracarys, like, oh, I'm gonna breathe fire, Dracarys.
No, but she's trained him. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like a little like.
I mean, she could say it could be probably anything.
They understand language. Like I could just go,
hey. That's the thing. They're trying to talk, but every time they try to talk, it's just the flame comes out. So they have to drink a little water.
Because why wouldn't you just train it in common tongue? You could just go, hey, flame that dude.
Well, because you don't want everyone else saying flame that dude. Yeah. It's like you gotta.
But if they're trained to follow your
keyboard. Because it's a tradition that they speak to the dragons and
okay,
why you rolling your eyes?
Tradition. It's like people train attack dogs in German.
Yeah, exactly. See?
There's a lot of tradition in that show.
Oh no.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got
that ends Game of Thrones talk.
Yeah, that's
we're talking about the show like 5 years after it did.
Hot takes.
By the way, those guys never Benioff and they never went on to do.
Never seen anything they've done after that.
Yeah, because they're supposed to get that Star Wars deal, remember? And then they apparently because
I thought they got
they dropped the ball
a different show or something. I don't remember what it was.
They got a huge Netflix deal.
That's right.
I think Netflix paid them like something like $100 million for
a development
deal, but nothing ever came out of it.
That happens.
That's like the easiest money to make, man. You get all these development deals and nothing happens.
Yeah, man. What's her name? That girl was on Fleabag. She got a development deal for Amazon.
Oh yeah, with Amazon. Well, she's doing the
Lara Croft show.
Lara Croft show. That's what's coming out.
When is that supposed to come out?
And she worked on. What was the?
But yeah, that was
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I think.
Oh, she did.
Did she? Yeah,
she did work on that.
But I mean, that development deal was like 2019 or something.
Oh, I know. Same with J.J. Abrams had a huge development deal with. I think with Netflix and a few with Warner Brothers, and nothing's been produced.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
We need a new.
That's where the real money is.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
We need a new Lost for this era because we had ours. We had Lost for our
Lost was amazing.
Big time, but we need a new big show that this culture can all group around.
It's hard because kids don't watch TV.
Yeah,
like very few, Gen Alphas or whatever. Like they don't really watch regular television. They're actually they love. Like binging shows from 2011, like they watch like New Girl like crazy.
Yeah,
but they don't. No one's really catching on to new shows.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, yeah, but probably because of all the upscale and prices for the streaming apps and no one having a fucking job.
I mean, we were just talking about it before the podcast, but Silo is kind of like that. It's a little, it's Lost-ish.
Okay,
because they live in a silo that they have no idea. Where they came from, who built the silo, why it was built.
Like a missile silo?
Kind of. I mean, it's they call it. It's just because it's a cylindrical.
Okay. Well, as long as I don't like because there's also the farm silo. For,
yeah. No, it's basically it's just the
underground.
Yeah, it's just like a cylindric
chasm.
Yeah, it's just it has a major building in it with like one central spiral staircase going up to all the different levels. So it's like 200 floors or something like that.
I think they put it in an elevator.
Yeah, well, so that's what you think. So like this thing has it's got a farm on it. Apparently they raise goats. Apparently somewhere there's like they're able to grow crops. There's like a water filtration system, a generator, everything.
Right,
There's
it's
schools, hospital, everything you can think of. And I'm
New
watching the
Zion
show.
and Matrix kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and I'm watching the show, and it's like, they thought of everything except for elevators, huh? For these 200 floors. But apparently there's a reason for that. So
To stay in shape, you gotta get
yeah,
those
well, that's
steps.
part of it. Yeah, but
That's
apparently it's also because it's based on a book series. And I looked it up. So apparently it's because an elevator encourages people mixing different classes.
Oh.
And it's more communication. It's faster
So is there like
communication.
gates
class
to each
system.
floor?
There's not a gate, but it's obviously since it takes so long to get from the bottom floor all the
I
way to
see.
the top. And if you have no business going up there, like, why are you going to do that?
Why there's no trains
Yeah.
going to the west side of LA.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
like,
Hey,
No,
don't
they don't want it.
Don't doubt them. They're gonna do it.
Eventually,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
We'll get it in 2050. It's all good. Don't worry, it's coming. But yeah, that's basically what. That's kind of like. I just finished the second season, so it's kind of lost-ish because they're not really sure what's going on in the outside world. Somehow the Earth is destroyed. Now we find out there's multiple silos.
Probably more thought out though than Lost, where
I would hope so.
Where it's
Where
not
they
like,
were just taking
"There's a polar
yeah.
bear."
Yeah, and then they were just taking like fan requests.
oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what?
Well, I mean, like you said, it's based on a book series, so
Yeah.
there's a blueprint.
Right, exactly.
And is the
Yeah.
book series complete?
I think it is. Yeah. I
Okay,
believe
so
it
it's
is.
better than Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, which
they-
is yeah.
They were just shooting off the
Ran
hip the
material
last
off the
season.
wall.
They're just like,
Yeah.
whatever, we don't
Yeah,
know. There's
yeah.
aliens.
Well, they were those two got Benioff and Wise, whatever his name was.
Mm-hmm.
They were eager to finish the show and move on to
Yeah, I know.
their
Yeah.
Star Wars stuff. So probably not, and ended up shooting themselves in the foot because of it. So, So
But
just-
the any standout beats in Silo, or is there?
yeah, I mean,
any actors that kind of?
well, Rebecca Ferguson
Well, yeah.
is the main character. Speaking of Game of Thrones, the guy that played Jorah Mormont
oh,
is her father, plays her father in it.
Nice.
okay,
Yeah, I mean, there's other people that you've seen here, but it's I mean, beats that stand out. It's basically the mystery of why these silos were built, what happened to the Earth, and since there's, as the second season reveals, there's more than one silo. There's 80 of them that are spread out, and what happened to are the other people still alive?
Well, is it like?
Do they
is
have
it-
any? They don't have contact with each other.
So the head of IT, that's what he's the head of IT. He's the person apparently in each silo that knows the history of the silo and knows and is the only person that's in contact with the other silos. Yeah.
Interesting.
So he's the only person that knows what's happening in the outside world. And then there was a rebellion sometime in this silo, with Rebecca Ferguson's silo, that I guess the ruling government of the silo blames the rebellion for destroying all their history. They destroyed all the hard drives and the books. But as we find out, the head of IT has a secret room that has
All of it.
everything. Yeah, it has
He's
books
the
and
giver.
hard drives. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's the giver. Exactly.
Okay.
From another
Now,
book series.
Would you say this is more conversation heavy show, or is this like there's a lot of
Definitely.
action?
Very little action.
Little action.
Very
Okay.
little.
I
There's
know.
murders and here and there, and every now and again people fight, but it's a very heavy dialogue.
Okay.
It's a mystery
Yeah.
of what happened.
Suspense
Yeah.
of
Right, trying to
Yeah.
find these people are slowly realizing, oh, is the world outside destroyed,
Yeah,
or are they keeping us
gotcha.
in here? And it turns out they think that the world is the Earth has regenerated to hold life, but it hasn't. And then Rebecca Ferguson ends up going to a different silo that had a rebellion, and they're all dead. But there's a reason why. It's
So
there's
it's almost
a lot
like,
of layers.
It's almost like The Village in a way, where people
Kind
don't
of,
know there's
yeah.
an outside world.
Kind of,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That was a pretty good movie. That was interesting twist in that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that there was creatures that were in the woods, but
Yeah.
you know,
know,
whatever.
But yeah, no. The movie had interesting takes.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's our closest to Lost that I've seen in a minute. So.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
You recommend Silo?
I recommend
Yeah.
it.
What
for
what
sure.
season are they on now?
Two. Well, they're
Or
about
just
apparently
ended.
they're working on 3 right now. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's Apple who has money, and Apple's like just they're trying all kinds of different things.
Well,
trying
this
to
is
catch
the
on,
this is
so.
the reason Rebecca Ferguson quit the Mission Impossible movies. Like
Oh, was
she was
it?
like, I want
Oh.
to be kind of taking out this movie because the last 2 movies took
Yeah.
like 6 years.
Oh,
to
yeah.
make.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton for her to do as well.
Yeah.
It's like a James Bond movie. Those take.
Yeah,
Time,
so she was
so-
like,
Right.
"Look, just kill off my character."
That makes
because,
sense,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not going to hang out
I think this
when I could make so much other stuff.
It's definitely a better choice.
Yeah.
The production value on it is crazy,
Yeah.
man. Every episode looks super expensive because it looks so good, and they built this entire
That's the
world.
one- these
you know?
Apple shows, man. The Apple just gives them money.
That's what I was saying,
Is
man.
it-
They're
what do you
really
need?
firing on
Yeah.
all cylinders, trying to put them up shows. And it's weird because like they don't seem to be catching. Like I know
I don't
Salo,
know, I don't hear a lot about
right,
it.
man. And like Salo has very good ratings, but I don't know how many people. And it's not really like a cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah, Ted
And
Lasso was like
Ted-
their biggest hit.
That's probably biggest hit. And they also did with Jason Momoa his show.
that blind one.
something like that.
Yeah.
See,
Put a lot of money into that.
He's got a new show now.
Right.
It's like native Hawaiian.
Yeah, the King's,
Yeah.
King's
I
Country or
think
something.
that's also on Apple as well.
Yeah, but like his other show C was really great.
And that
it was
went for,
3
like-
seasons.
Which one? The blind
C,
one?
yeah, the blind one. It was called
Is it
C.
yeah.
And like it was creative story. It was like very
It's-
interesting show.
It seems really cool. The way, especially like the way they fight through
Yeah.
sound is
Yeah.
They
pretty
would-
interesting.
Clank around and
Book of Eli kind of deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like the whole his kids can have the ability of sight, and there's a
Yeah.
whole prophecy type of thing going on. But no, it was really good. I recommend that one as well. But in Silo, I wanted to ask for Rebecca Ferguson: is she keeping her accent, or is she playing like American? Like,
No,
what-
it's just there's no accents. It's just like
everybody's just
Americanized.
Americanized.
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious if it was like. That's why I was like, if it was filmed in Britain, is everyone doing
British accent.
British accents
Yeah.
or not? So
It
it's-
implies that it takes place in what used to be the United States.
Okay, so Americanized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
so-
cool.
I'm from Kansas.
Governor.
Yeah.
I'd like a po' boy, please.
Exactly. We have some stuff that we have to talk about. Let's get into it. First of all, we all saw. What I don't know, Chad, you saw it? Running Man, right? Yeah, you saw it. Yep.
Running Man.
Running Man.
Yep.
With
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. Yeah.
Powell.
Obviously based on the Stephen King book series, which is and this also based on the '80s movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Big year for Stephen King.
Big year for Stephen
Man,
King.
a lot of Stephen King stuff. came
Yeah,
out
man.
this year.
He's getting a revival in terms
Yeah.
of his stuff being made. Also, they mentioned Derry in this, which
They
we'll also
did,
get
yeah.
to,
They
which
did,
is interesting. Because when they
Did they
mentioned,
mention Derry in the Long Walk? I forgot to ask about that one.
I don't remember them mentioning Derry.
Oh, okay.
They might have, but
I think
it takes place in Maine.
I think they
but-
do reference Maine in some way. I
Yeah.
forget how. But in the book, in the Running Man short story, they do go to Derry.
Yeah,
and stuff.
well, because
Oh, really?
someone I was listening to another podcast or something, but they mentioned like how Long Walk could be connected to the Running Man, like it could be the same world. But
It
like,
makes sense.
but Long
Yeah.
Walk is set like in the 50s
oh, like
or 60s
before.
or something.
60-ish, yeah.
And then Running Man could be modern day.
I can see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's also kind of like a totalitarian government.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
So,
That would make sense. But Running Man, yeah. What'd you guys think?
okay, like you want
Well, you can go first.
to knock it off? All right. I was a little underwhelmed by it, to be.
So I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Edgar Wright as a director. I think his stuff has been pretty flawless, like throughout, like his last, 20 years of making movies. There's, I liked Last Night of Soho, which a lot of people didn't like,
Yeah.
which was his big one. I love Baby Driver. I think that's a fantastic movie, great soundtrack. I felt like this was just an okay action movie. I didn't see any of his signatures
Yeah.
to it, and like he does action in such a specific way. Like if you've seen Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz, like the Cornetto Trio, and then like even something like Scott Pilgrim, like the way he does action is he has a very interesting style to it, and I didn't see that in this, which I was hoping for. I was hoping
Yeah.
to see a little bit of a
flair
a flair, yeah, exactly. And this just was like very standard action, everything delivered, but it wasn't as I don't know, just didn't have a good signature to it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I was expecting a little more Edgar Wright in the film, and
Right.
of his films, the only other adaptation he's done was Scott Pilgrim, but that still had his take on a lot of stuff
Right,
in there,
yeah.
I believe. And here, I think it's because he went totally serious. He didn't go comedic.
Yeah.
Because a lot of his other action has comedic elements in it, and here it didn't. So I don't know if that's, and it's not on the cast really to do that for him, but it's just
Right.
like if he wrote the script, then I'm shocked he didn't try to put more comedy to it, or
Right.
or at least dark comedy to it.
I mean, the original story is very dark.
no, it is
And
much darker than
oh,
the
yeah.
movie.
I mean, this was very much like a lot of winks to camera stuff. But
Yeah.
it definitely was missing his like comedic beats.
Yeah, I don't nothing against Glenn Powell, but I don't know. He did fine in the role, but I think someone else could have been a better choice to lead the movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like he was believable and everything like that, but it was just I wasn't attached to him like I could be.
Right.
And I don't know what it is, why I was that way, but I was rooting for him. It was just I was just like
he's got charisma. He definitely can draw a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked things he's done in the past.
No,
he's great in Maverick. He's great in Twisters. I thought he was great. But yeah, you know what? What drove me crazy in this movie was right off the bat, just everyone in the movie kept saying how angry he was.
Yeah,
he's such an angry guy. Look how crazy angry he is. I'm like, I didn't really get that.
Yeah, maybe that was because I know there's a lot of time there are characters that are accused of being angry and they hold it like just underneath, like with Timothy Olyphant in Justified, where it's like you're the angriest man I know, and you kind of see it peeping out every now and then,
but controlled,
controlled, and like here you see him frustrated with the world, but it's like the whole time it I guess I don't know, it didn't pop through that
and I guess the payoff to that was trying to, towards the end of the movie he gets some news and you're supposed to see him like go berserk kind of thing, where he takes out a whole bunch of hunters, but I don't think the payoff was there for it.
No.
So yeah, that was I was having trouble with that kind of deal with it, and it was like they try to make him sympathetic. You try to like right off the bat you're seeing a sick baby in his arms and stuff, and he's having a hard time raising money to take care of his kid.
Yeah.
Which I would have liked a little bit more time with the family dynamic. Like you see him and his wife in like one scene together, and she's like, "Don't do anything stupid," and of course he goes and does something stupid.
You know what could have worked? I mean, I know it becomes less like the book,
right?
If you go this route, but I think if they had some of the hunters be more charismatic, because you had Lee who was great, but it was just like everyone else was just bland as
they were
chasing,
just regular commando dudes.
Like if you gave him more like quirks, I think it would have been more fun in that respect.
Well, and that's what people have been saying about the original movie, that the hunters did have.
They
had
their
personalities and gimmicks.
Yeah, it was very American Gladiator kind of style.
Yeah. I think another problem with the film was that, also an interesting aspect of it, but a little problematic, was that it was open world, basically, whereas in the original movie, and I think in the book as well.
No, the book is open world.
Open world as well. Okay, yeah. So, so there is. It does take something away because it's now they can pretty much go anywhere. You know, and they're hunted down, and instead of where the original 80s film with Schwarzenegger had just an area of the city that was kind of sealed off. Which made it interesting, but
I liked it in this one.
Yeah, me too.
That
I prefer the open world thing.
Yeah, the fact that people can betray you and like they'll report you to.
That was the problem I had with it too, though. Is the premise of that is really sharp and smart, because you could do this whole sense of paranoia of like he can't trust anyone.
Yeah,
right.
But then he meets like 4 people in this movie that all want to be his friends.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
in different towns, he meets different groups that are like, "Come with us, we'll set you up with this guy," or like there was a guy with videotapes.
That's the thing. It was in the original movie, and they did it here. It was the underground rebellion.
Resistance. Yeah.
I just wish there was more paranoia. I wish there was more people that were trying to I'm not going to turn him in, then I will just for the money. Like I wanted more of that.
There wasn't enough beats for that to happen. So I get that, where you tease us with it, but you don't really do too much of it, other than like the one person.
Yeah, he got very lucky with every town he went to, found someone that was on his side.
Yeah, right. And that might have helped to create more tension for it, to give us a little bit more to attach to. Yeah,
it was just interesting. I mean, it was a lot of interesting cameos, I'd say, but like interesting people coming in just for a paycheck. Like William H. Macy's great in this.
Yeah,
for like he's got one scene. You've got Josh Brolin's great, but yet again he's not really utilized as Killian. No. Coleman Domingo's great as the host, as Bobby T. But I'm just like,
you didn't get a lot of him or Killian. I mean, which you would think they would have made the movie more like a TV show,
right? Like
it would be kind of him introducing each next scene, be like, wow, what a, but since they're hiding in this open world, it's harder to have that continuous show.
Yeah.
So like,
what is the show?
Yeah.
If you're not finding him for a month, like,
yeah. Like, cause I think they said they do it. What is it? Once a month, right? They do the show.
No,
In the
no.
movie? I thought
I thought it was once a.
because he's
once a
sending
year,
tapes
isn't
in every day.
it?
But they have to survive 30 days, so
Yeah.
each season is a new month.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Each season. Yeah.
Each season. Sorry. Yeah. Each season is a new month. So I would love to, I would have loved to know more about the other seasons, or I don't know. They didn't really go into the lore of
not too much. I mean, you got a little bit of a taste of it with like no one survived the 30 days.
Yeah.
Like most people only live 15
and someone
days.
got like close, but
29.
one day.
Yeah.
And like it turned the reveal, obviously.
Yes.
And I was like, that's a cool reveal, but like I wish I got more of that throughout the movie,
or a little bit more of that character.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
because the reveal, I already knew who the actor was behind.
right.
beneath
Well, he's
it,
been
and-
doing publicity.
Yeah.
So you have a masked character as one of the main hunters through 95% of the movie, and then it's the big reveal. He pulls the mask off at the end, and you're like, aha, it's that guy. But yeah, if you've got the actor going out doing publicity all the time, it's like, what are we hiding behind the mask, really?
And it's for a story beat here.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I think that could have come off in the middle of the movie. It didn't.
Right.
It didn't need to be the finale type of thing, which it worked somewhat. But since I already knew, I was like, maybe for other people who don't recognize his voice. Like, because that's how in the trailer, I was like,
in the trailer, I was like, that's Lee Pace, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't
I didn't even
recognize his voice,
know
like,
anything
he
that it
is,
was Lee Pace, but his voice, as soon as he
Right.
said, I was
But
like,
he's like 6'6". He's
Yeah,
like
he's huge,
You
yeah.
can tell by the build.
yeah, exactly.
And like, what's his name passed away, so I was like, oh, it can't be who played Frank Castle in Warzone. I'm blanking on the actor.
Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can't be Ray Stevenson. There's
Yeah.
only one other.
yeah,
British,
the first time
British tall man.
Yeah.
right, the first time I watched the trailer and I heard that, right back at you. I was like,
Yeah.
that sounds like Lee Pace.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up. Oh, that's Lee Pace. Yeah,
Yeah, because he's doing a bit of an American accent, right?
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And like, I just think if you had more than Lee Pace, it would have been
Right.
much more fun. Like, oh, I got a tech guy who runs robots around.
Yeah,
or
Lee Pace was kind of like in the background a little bit. He didn't.
he had
take-
his henchmen do.
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of it, and a lot of time he was just kind of standing there, just watching what was going on.
He'd give a one-liner or two, and it's just like, I think there was more for characters to do, but they didn't get to do it.
I think they should have had Glenn Powell's character of Ben Richards and Lee Pace's character have a few more interactions of them getting close to catching him.
Yeah.
Where it would build some more tension between the two.
Also, I think Killian and the host should have had more conversations back and forth.
I expect. I mean,
like cut to them like discussing like,
Right.
oh, he's still making it, and like I would like their thoughts
Yeah,
as
'cause
time is moving
it's
on.
true because the ending you have Coleman Domingo's character like quit the
Yeah.
show, but there's no real reason for it. There's just like he's like, I'm done.
He
Well,
said
no,
it's
I mean,
because
they're
it's-
cheering for
Richards,
Richards,
yeah.
and it's like it's his show now, type of thing. So,
But it's not even like it wasn't like a conscious. Like it wasn't like I'm upset with the way the show's going or anything.
No.
It was just he decided to leave.
well, I think he knew that something was about to boil and over.
Right.
But the thing was, it was so disjointed ending with how like the reveal to his wife that he's there, and then it goes to this riot scene of that. I was like, this is kind of out of order. I feel.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I have a feeling there's a lot of secondary photography or pickup stuff with that because the book originally ends with him. In the book, he does. He gets in the plane, he takes over it, and then aims it right at the building and crashes in the building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of Ben Richards.
Yeah,
Like he
did.
commits suicide basically. Right. And I think it was Edgar Wright was like someone said like you can't end a movie with flying a plane into a building anymore. Like post 9/11.
Well,
so I feel like the ending was very tacked on.
Yeah, that does make sense. But if anything, I would have. Because, like, in Alien, they crashed a ship into a building, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So I think, if anything, the plane was high tech enough. If it was going, it could cut through the building, not like crash.
Because it was just like a cut. It was like a harsh cut, and then it goes to the guy to the videotape, going like, "And there was an escape pod."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, that feels very like thrown in at the end.
Yeah.
It was very awkward.
Yeah, So I felt like, and then like when you see Ben Richards on the street with his wife, he's wearing the mask,
Right.
so that could be just a stand-in.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to be,
Yeah.
I feel like that stuff was all pickup.
Yeah, and then the ending is just kind of ends,
Yeah.
Obviously, the ending kind of ends, but like it's very abrupt. It's just Coleman Domingo walks off, And then the crowd turns, and here comes Ben Richards and shoots him in the face. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, and I think if they did show the plane crash in the building, it wouldn't offend too many people because one, not many people went to go see the movie. I feel,
it's true.
And then two,
it did not do well.
There's so many 9/11 memes out there that not many people fit. I would say
it's been a while, so people are. It's definitely doesn't hit as hard as it used to, for sure.
And the fact that
not to make it any
they
better,
could edit in a way where it's like, oh, you see Killian Turn come to the window and then the plane hits him or something.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have to show the outside of the whole building, just him in the office get killed or blown up or whatever.
It's funny enough, you mentioned that there wasn't a lot of people that went to see it. When I got the ticket last night, because we're doing the podcast today, so I was like, okay, I haven't really caught up on any movies. Let me just go knock out at least one of them. So I'm going to do this. And when I got the ticket on the AMC app, there was maybe like 4 people in the theater.
Really?
And the row I got was empty. Just me. I go to the theater last night, and it's packed.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what the fuck? I'm looking around like, what the fuck? Like, what happened here?
Hey.
Yeah, there's people everywhere.
So maybe it's a slow burn.
Well, also because I think it was Friday after Thanksgiving. So
I think people are free. They're off of school. They can go see the movie. Plus, only 2 big movies, I would say, are Running Man and Wicked, and maybe Zootopia 2.
Yeah, Zootopia and Now You See Me. And Glenn, I think he just came out in SNL last week. He hosted it,
he did,
a week before. So maybe that helped. Somebody,
boost everyone's consciousness. That is out. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So I mean, as far as the budget goes, it was 110 million, and the box office currently is at 53. We'll see. Maybe over the weekend
they did a lot of marketing on it too.
Yeah, I know. They might hit over 60, 65, but still.
I don't think this movie has to do great because there's no sequel intended anyway. So it's just like, people either like it or you don't like it. And
that's the thing. I don't think it's a bad movie.
No,
watching it, I'm like, everything is very serviceable. Everything, even like Michael Cera makes an appearance, and he's actually really good in it.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised. I was like, oh, this is where the comedy is going to kick off. And he actually has a really, the whole thing with a hot dog stand.
And his dad.
Yeah. And I thought it was really sweet. And I was like, oh, okay, they're giving him actually something to play with.
Yeah.
And makes sense why his character ends up doing what he does.
Yeah. The only, I guess, issue I had with him and the hunters is that for being professional hunters, they sure do miss a lot from a very close range. And then there's a part where, speaking of...
Yeah, he doesn't get bloodied, right? Like, you expect him to get, a shoulder wound or something.
And also, he doesn't kill a lot of people.
No.
He doesn't have guns most of the film.
No.
He doesn't. He just doesn't.
Well, he even tries saving people. He's the place is going to explode. He's trying to tell him to get out.
And then he speaking of Michael Cera, there's a scene where they're trying to escape from his house. There are these tunnels that Michael Cera has under the house, and one of the hunters ambushes them, stabs Michael Cera, and he's about to finish off Glenn Powell, Ben Richards, and Michael Cera cuts his Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
And then Josh Brolin's character comes on and says, kill him.
Take the shot.
Here comes the camera. Yeah. It floats in. Take it out, and we'll give you another $10,000, whatever it is.
Easy money. Yeah.
And plus the ratings go up, and he doesn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, so I think
he's got some decency.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The people that have died who have chased him earlier on in the movie only died out of coincidence or accident.
Yeah, exactly.
So that moment didn't earn itself because he hasn't technically killed anyone.
Yeah,
so
right. He doesn't kill anybody until the plane.
Breaking necks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think they're just trying to give him
plane
some,
zero.
Yeah, they're trying to just give him some have the audience sympathize with him more because he's not a killer.
Yeah.
He did, again, like I said, he doesn't really kill anybody until the plane scene. That's when that's I think the first time he. Well, that I guess when he crashes the 4x4 and the ATV into that other guy that he spared to an extent. But it was explosives that killed him.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's the other part I was saying with
he could have got out of the way. He played chicken.
Yeah.
Well, that was his second chance. He was like, "All right,
exactly.
You didn't use this moment to turn good because your boss wanted you dead."
Well, I thought that was going to happen. He was probably going to take out one of the hunters because he spared his life.
He would probably go, "I'll
something like that."
Yeah. Or something like that. I don't know.
And they even made him a little sympathetic because when Josh Brolin's telling him to kill him, he kind of looks a little scared.
Yeah.
Thinking like this is it. And he spares him. So I kind of wish that they had a little more sympathy for that hunter. Also, but going back to what I was saying with the hunters missing a lot or not taking shots when they should, Michael Cera's in the ATV with him. He gets sniped from a helicopter that's just a few feet away.
Yeah.
with Lee Pace's character with a sniper rifle, and then he kind of just puts the sniper rifles down. He's like, yeah. And then fucking Glenn Powell drives away. And it's like,
No,
why don't you shoot him?
I think the whole thing with them, because like obviously when they are shooting, they're shooting civilians as well.
Right.
Oh, yeah, everybody's getting got.
So
yeah.
I don't think they ever had accurate.
Well, no, but I'm saying, why didn't he take the shot?
Well, they do have a line.
Powell.
They have a line earlier
because they
of, like,
needed a better shot for the camera. There's a
I
whole
guess.
performance.
That's
Well, they
true.
talk
That's
about
aspect
like
to it.
we don't kill the main guy until
Right.
the ratings peak
Yeah,
or start
yeah.
going down, and I don't think they'd hit that point.
Yeah,
yet.
he was probably waiting.
That's-
for
oh,
the
that's
So I think
because
it was like we're
that's
gonna
true.
keep the action going.
Because Michael Cera did say you just hit a ratings peak.
You'll
or
last
something like that.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
few
because
days.
there's two other characters that that are runners with him,
Right.
and there's one that's the idiot that's gonna get caught,
Immediately.
and then
The one that's
Katie O'Brien, who I love, she's
one
one
who's
of my
YOLO.
favorite actresses.
Yeah.
And I expected that was another thing. They put her in the movie. I'm like, great, they're gonna have great little back and
I was
forth
hoping,
together. And she's in it for 10 seconds with him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then she's the glutton. She's the one that goes out like.
Yeah, it was also very weird because he's doing everything he can to hide, to run.
And
He's
she's
like
just
escaping
wasting the
by the
money
skin
and-
of his teeth, and
Yeah.
she's just out in casinos partying.
See, I think
It's
they
just-
needed to. I think they needed to deliver on why both of them chose to do it. It seemed like they were doing it willingly,
Right.
and then obviously Glenn Powell
He's doing it
reluctantly
for the
doing
money,
it.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, they were probably in such a poor situation that they were like, I know I'm only gonna have a few days to live here. I'm gonna live it up as much as possible
Right,
because they'll
right.
give me whatever I want
Yeah.
at the time. So I can understand them doing
Yeah,
whatever
because
they're
they
doing.
hand him a packet
But we
of
don't
cash
get
at
to
the
see
beginning.
why they're doing it. You know,
Right.
it's just we see them enjoying
Yeah.
themselves. So I think that would have given more depth to those characters, but obviously we weren't able to. Get
I think I missed something. When the runners are out and the time, because they have a 12-hour head start.
Yeah.
Where they're basically it's immunity.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what happened? So can anybody take a shot at them If
During
you-
that
if-
time, no.
That's what I meant, because like her character was killed by two kids with flamethrovers.
Oh, that was after the time had gone
That's
by.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so after the time is that
Anyone can
immunity,
take,
anyone can take a shot at
take
it.
and then if you kill them on the street, you get money yourself.
Prize.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's almost like from the original one where the crowd would get prizes for
Yeah.
calling death or whatever like that.
Right.
So,
Who do you think's gonna die next?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this way it was just like, oh, we want to be possible hunters too. You know,
Yeah, that was the funny thing. So the original movie, you got more of the game show vibe of it
yeah,
Much more.
Yeah.
versus this, which is like, so anyone on the street could claim 1,000. It was like, it was 1,000 new dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't.
With
With Arnold Schwarzenegger's
If
face
you
on it.
spot him
I
and
love
tell
how-
us
yeah.
you see him, and then you get more, I guess, if you actually attempt to take him out. Or
Yeah.
something. But
But you
know,
didn't see much of that happen. So
Yeah.
No, it was
not,
like-
not very.
it was like once or twice, and then
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. It just it was missing a few things for me.
and and yet again, I would wish we had a little bit more setup of like who the H.E. Macy character. Where he was like, "Oh, I'm going to offer you this job,"
yeah,
and you
That's
said
true.
no. Like we didn't get any backstory between
At
those
all.
two guys.
He just shows up.
Like,
I think if we saw maybe like 2 to 3 days of his day to day
Yeah,
life, and then
exactly.
he goes into the show. 'cause
Yeah.
it was like immediate. He was joining. the
Well,
show.
they tried doing some of it when they're doing the trials to see what game show they can compete on.
Right.
And he's doing dangerous jobs, and he mentions it earlier. He's like,
Oh yeah,
all
they
the
did like a
dangerous jobs-
montage of him.
Yeah.
all the dangerous jobs he's done.
I'm like,
Yeah.
we could have
Seen
expanded.
that.
Yeah, I could have seen some of
And
that.
I get
yeah.
it. Like they want. I mean, it's a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, you gotta move
They
it
kept
along.
it very brisk.
Well, if anything, we didn't have to see that part of. If anything, we just see him, not succeeding. Like he's lost his job. He's
Yeah.
trying to get money, and it becomes more dire and dire. And it's like, oh, we're out of medicine now, and
Yeah, I just wish like a better version. Well, not really better version of this, but like Elysium with Matt Damon.
oh yeah,
Like they have a lot of setup before he ends up
Yeah.
getting like trying to. Have you seen Elysium?
I have not.
Oh,
I know what
it's
you're talking
great.
about, though.
Yeah.
we're probably one of the few people who like that movie.
Yeah. It's the same guy who did.
You guys liked it?
Yeah, I liked it, but a lot of people
Then I
hated it.
Probably won't like it.
Yeah, it's same guy who did District 9. So
Well, sorry, it's no Silo,
I know.
but you
So I
get
watch it.
but it's dystopic future.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
a guy trying to. Elysium is a
it's
space
Blow
station.
Camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did
District 9 and Chappie.
Chappie and all.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, sure.
So it's Matt Damon's great in it.
No,
Yeah.
District 9 is awesome.
Yeah.
And
Chappie's pretty
Charlotte
good.
Copley's great in it
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
The
As a
villain.
hunter.
Yeah, he's like
So yeah, I mean, if you like dystopic future movies, I think you should check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, would you guys recommend this film to other people?
I would say you don't have to go to the theater for it necessarily.
No, I don't think you need to. I wanted it to be a bigger spectacle
Yeah.
show, but it really, you can watch it at home.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Since I'm a person who sees so many action movies, like this is just middle of the road for me. I didn't really capture. There's no moment that I was like, oh, this was amazing. So and it's not. It's
true.
Not their fault. It's just like that's how it went. It's still a good movie, but it doesn't stand out like.
I don't think I'm gonna revisit this.
Yeah,
as much as I revisit the Schwarzenegger one,
Yeah.
which I used to watch all the time.
Yeah.
You know. It doesn't have the fun factor. It doesn't have the, like you said, like the hunters are very one-dimensional killers.
Yeah, they don't stand out a lot.
No, I want a little more of that. I think everyone does a great job in it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it does feel like it's trying too hard to please everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Versus like any of the Edgar Wright movies, which are very like genre specific or something like that. So,
yeah,
but I'd say check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was enjoyable. 2 hours there's a lot in there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I think I enjoyed it probably more than because I went in there because I heard also the same thing that you guys are kind of talking about. Like it's meh. A lot of people were saying that it's like it's okay, and so I didn't go in there expecting. I mean, I'm not going to go see a movie like this expecting like a life changing film or anything like that. But I went in there like, okay, it's people saying it's okay, it's nothing special, and I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. So, but yeah, I get what you guys are saying in terms of there's definitely something not off with it, but there's something about it that's just like
feels a little hollow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this: if this was put into 2 to 3 films, like it was spread apart to make it more grand scale, like build it up.
Yeah.
Would you think it would have a better chance then of filling those gaps for us?
Probably if it was like a mini series or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that,
could see it as an actual show.
That's what I was thinking.
And then
too,
we get the kind of show side of it too. That would be
right, yeah,
cool. Like
do like a week
meta version,
per episode or something like that.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't last. He lasts 17 days, I think they say. Like he doesn't last the whole 30.
Right.
I thought he got up to like 20 something.
Oh,
I thought they said 17 as well, or 19.
Oh, you know what I wanted to, and we didn't even mention this. There's the last third of the movie, he like kidnaps a girl.
Oh,
right. Yeah, and that kind of came out of
nowhere. That kind of
nowhere.
comes out of nowhere, and it's like I felt like that relationship should have been like she should have been, like in the original movie when Arnold kidnaps Amber, I think their name is in the original.
Yeah.
Like she worked for the broadcast company, like she was a jingle writer or something, so she had access. Like I wanted something like that with the girl that he kidnaps in this, rather than she's just like a random girl at the Canadian border.
It just
I was like, so this just randomly add this third act character who like he cares about now,
and she goes over to his side very quickly.
Yeah.
You
like
know?
It would have been interesting if she was there in the tryouts or something.
I can see her switching sides quickly just because of how the video was.
Yeah, because they edited it.
There's a lot of deep fake technology being used.
But I think because I think that character, I believe, is in the book where she shows up to, or he takes her hostage.
It just feels very last. No,
I could see that, but like they needed to get in the drive it home with the class system stuff.
Yeah.
So
that scarf you have is a person's
and that's
life.
the really only character you could do that with. You can't do that with Killian, really. It's just because
he doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Right.
So you need someone who could care.
Right.
And then
I just wish he was introduced a little earlier.
No, I got you. Yeah.
Or like someone he meets back up
like
with.
middle of the way,
something. It just felt very kind of tacked on.
Yeah.
I agree. It just kind of just random character that he just jumps into a car and just happens to be this altruistic person,
right?
Right. If they had her like midway into the movie and then they enter her as a runner midway into the season,
something like that,
like how they do at the beginning of the original movie where they add her, and she's a bit. I was like, what?
Right.
I didn't do that,
But that's and then she's supposed to be very callow at the beginning. At the beginning, she's driving a car. And it's like self-driving, and she's talking on the cell phone about like her character's supposed to be very like rich person, in air quotes,
right?
And then like suddenly it's like I care for this guy. Like it's a very quick turnaround,
very quick
for her as well. Like I think she needed more time to develop.
Yeah, Yeah, because it's just kind of, like I said, she just very quickly sides on with him.
Yeah.
Because she obviously lives for this world, middle-class lifestyle.
Yeah.
She's very secured, and she it tends like she all of a sudden wants to throw all that away for this guy that she barely met
right,
like 2 hours ago.
He's very much like, you're part of the show now. And
yeah, exactly.
But she's
like,
trying
I'm not
to
the bad guy.
When he's like,
you.
oh, I'm going to pretend to have a bomb. Like, you think she'd be like, that's my purse, guys.
Something. Yeah. But she just goes along with it.
Yeah.
And she's like, and he's like, why are you doing this? Because I want to show you I'm not the bad guy. And I was like, okay, I guess.
It's a very quick, they have 2 scenes in the car together.
Yeah. And they're in there for maybe an hour or two.
Right. And I get it. He's charismatic, but.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think at a point, her life was in danger too.
Well, yeah.
So, not from him, but from the hunters, possibly. Because all they had to do was fire the drones that shoot bullets at them.
Right.
Stuff like that. So, I think there was that, and she kind of got the hint of it. But, obviously, I think she could have... There could have been a little bit more conversation between them, obviously before, but they get interrupted so quick. You can't. And she gets sidelined on the plane anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's true. It's like the action has to keep continuing.
So you can't, because we're rubbing up to the finale. So you can't, and plus there's a whole negotiation task to get him on the plane.
And then he just pushes her out the plane with the parachute, and that's it. That character, you have
it.
no idea
We never
she
see her
survived
again.
or what.
Yeah. And because we don't see her shoot deploy. So.
That was one thing I felt like they could have added her in for the end in a way of she's
part of the rebellion or
part
whatever.
of the
something
helping the videos or the pamphlets.
It would have made more sense if she,
actually, no. He sent her out with the
pamphlets.
Yeah.
With the Zines.
Yeah, that's true.
But then they didn't zip the bag out, so they're flying out.
No, that's the whole point.
Like,
they would drop on the city.
Is that what?
Airdrop.
It was to be airdropped over the city.
Yeah, I mean that's like
propaganda.
That's like 15 Zines, though. That's not.
I do love that in the future. The future is all about videotapes and because it's like you can't trust anything online.
I did like that they did that because the old tech is safer.
Old
because
TVs
William H. Macy has a bunch of old TVs, like the box TVs, the tube TVs.
I like he says these TVs don't.
Yeah, they fly off the shelves because they don't watch you. Yeah, which is great. Which makes sense. Yeah, and they're printing Zines, like literally photocopying them.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is how we get the truth out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that. That was an interesting take on it. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think the movie was good. I liked it better than I thought I would. Mm-hmm. I thought I was just going to kind of get this stale kind of CGI typical Hollywood film action. But it was better than I thought.
And it has a lot less CGI.
It had better messaging than I thought it would.
You know what would pump up the movie for me more? The music, because I didn't feel a presence.
The music was
score or at least elevated to the action.
There's a song in the beginning which is like that kind of rock song.
He's walking.
Right. Yeah. And then I thought there was going to be more than that, and there was.
Because of how incorporated music was to Baby Driver, I thought he would add
most
more
of
elements.
His work. Most of his stuff.
So I don't know if his budget got nipped for that, and
that could be it.
But I felt like if there was more music to add to what was going on, I think that would probably help it some more too as well. So.
That could be it. I mean, because the budget is, like I said, is over $100 million. So which is not.
It's middle of the field.
Yeah, nowadays. for a big action film, tentpole film for a major studio, that's not that much nowadays. It's Paramount. I mean, that's not that much for them, I guess. But I mean, overall, we were talking about the girl that he picks up. It would have been. He keeps running into people who want to help him. It would have made more sense. She was part of the rebellion. Like, I've been watching you. Jump in, something like that, But
this was a person who didn't even watch the show,
right? Either. Exactly. So she was into it.
I was like, that's interesting.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You think I thought everybody watched the show,
but that's what I mean. Like,
if
she did watch it, it would make a little more sense why she's more sympathetic to him. But as soon as it comes on in her car, she wants to change it.
Yeah,
she wants to change it back to the Americanos.
I think it's more, more or less
Kardashians.
Right. Which I love when he's first hiding out in the hotel room, he's watching the TV, and I was like, "What are you doing?
Yeah,
you just got told these things will watch
you. Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you doing?
That was the thing that popped in my head. I was like, "Don't they monitor you with the
Right.
The TVs now.
Well, and then they say that it's like he's got to mail a tape every day, and even that they tell him they're not being traced, but they are.
Obviously,
like they're finding out their locations by
Right.
that, and he's got like a little GPS bracelet.
Well, I also missed that. Did they said you have to do it every 10 hour or 10 minutes a day.
Yeah, you have to film at least 10 minutes of footage.
Did they say that if you don't, you get disqualified?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a way that way, like, because you would just like, I'm just gonna go run in the woods and
Right.
hide
Well,
out
that's
for
what I was
30
thinking
days.
too. Yeah.
But they'll disqualify you,
Right.
Yeah.
Because you've got to stay on the radar.
So I think that's maybe, I know it goes back to the film and the original the book and the original film, but also that's kind of, I don't know, it's got $1 billion is a lot of money, so it's like
Especially,
you would think that there'd just be entire industry.
He's not just
set
$1
up.
billion. It's $1 billion new
New dollars.
That's how you know it's the future.
Yeah, exactly. You think there'd just be
Well, it's got Arnold's face on
It's
it.
got
So
Arnie,
exactly. You think there'd be an entire industry set up to just help
Right.
these guys and just
Yeah.
give us $100 million?
Yeah.
It's something, so that's kind of a plot hole a little bit.
I would have liked to see Arnold watching the show as like the president of whatever world, because he's
That
on
would've-
dollar
yeah.
bills. So I was like, oh, he's a president, and he's like, oh, this guy is pretty good, or something like that.
The only thing with that is that in the film, he also rebelled against the government that was in charge then, and
Yeah.
against this. So it seems like because now he's on the money, he's kind of become part of.
Well, he's
This-
not Ben Richards. It's not. It's Arnold that's on the money, not Ben
Well, that's
Richards.
what I
Yeah.
mean.
So
It's Arnold is.
but not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but whatever character he is.
He
in
was,
that-
yeah, in
on-
this,
I
yeah.
didn't get to zoom in on the bill,
Yeah, yeah,
so I
yeah.
don't know the name.
Yeah, I
There.
mean, if
I don't think it's the same.
I don't think it's the same. Yeah, it's
I
the
think
same
it was just more
character,
of
but
a-
it's
That's
just kind
Thomas
of
Jackson.
a funny nod.
right. Yeah,
I'm a Thomas Jackson.
Well, and Benjamin Franklin's on the money was not president. So
That's true.
That's
that's true. That could be it.
That's true.
Hamilton, same thing.
It'd be a Sacagawea, type of
Yeah,
situation.
exactly. You
Sacagawea,
could be just
yeah.
a prominent figure and be on
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Or a tyrant.
Or
Conan the Barbarian.
Oh shit! It's him.
oh my god, that'd be great.
He fell through a wormhole.
He
And
would,
you
he
competed.
would crush.
Yeah, it'd
at
be
the
great.
Running Man as
Oh,
Conan
yeah.
the
He
Barbarian.
wouldn't run, dude. He just go right at him. Just-
Sword blazing.
They would hire him to be a hunter after.
That's it. Yeah,
Oh,
there it
there
is.
you
There
go.
it is. See?
That would have been interesting if you had Arnold in there as a hunter.
Yeah, he's just.
That would've been
Instead of
cool.
Lee
He's in,
Pace.
he's in the building.
Well, when I first saw the trailer, I knew it's not his physique, but I was like, oh, that'd be cool if the masked person was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arnold, But
Ah,
yeah,
I was the first one.
season 1. Overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was
Yeah.
better than I thought it was going to be, and I went because I want to support Glenn Powell. I want to support Edgar Wright. So overall, I had an okay time. It was not bad.
absolutely.
Also, it was really funny the product placement in this. Did you catch the Liquid Death?
Oh,
The
yeah,
official-
I saw
the
it.
official
That's funny.
drink.
very random.
That was great.
I was laughing. I was like,
That's
"Oh,
funny.
that's good,"
That's
because
funny.
it fits in perfectly.
Yeah, it does.
Liquid Death, and then they also get to.
But it was like the one ad. Like you
Yeah,
don't see
yeah.
them drinking it throughout
Right.
the movie or anything.
I was
Wait,
like, all
well,
right.
that was one thing I was like, that would have been great for the hunters to every now and
Right.
then do an ad while
Yeah.
they're hunting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they shoot somebody and they turn around. I use. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
this-
I use
yeah.
American Eagle.
Yeah.
Bullets,
Right.
yeah.
When I'm hunting, I get thirsty.
Yeah,
Crack
that
it open.
that,
It's like
that
an ice
might have been the
capsule.
comedy it needed
Right,
to
yeah.
to work better
Mm-hmm.
for us. But
Yeah, kind of more like the RoboCop. Kind
Yeah,
of
yeah, like
satirical
that.
Right.
stuff.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
more satire in,
Yeah.
in the film and stuff like that. What if, I think if, Lee Pace was great, but if he was just like a top hunter and then the leader of all the hunters, if they had like Samuel Jackson, just because that's so charismatic, be
Yeah.
like, damn it,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was just, on the hunt for him and stuff, because I like when Sam plays
Yeah.
the bad guy too.
That's what I wanted more from
fun.
Coleman Domingo because
yeah.
he's got the same
Yeah.
kind of energy.
That's true.
And man, I mean, I love the wardrobe he had. I hope he
Yeah.
got to keep all the clothes because he
yeah.
had like 25 costume changes in the course of the movie.
I will
Like,
say
each
his
one was a
character
new
felt
cool
like he was
suit.
in a different time
Yeah.
from when he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, man, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, this is 70s in
Yeah,
the
like-
future. And I was just like, okay, but it didn't really play into anything. So
I
that's
know.
why I was
Yeah, I
like,
just wanted more
True.
of that character. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna play it big.
Also, it was weird the technology. Did you just notice the cars are from this like the 80s, early 90s, but they have like stuff like
Added
hanging
onto
off of them.
Yeah.
But then there's the hunters are using like modern day.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I think
tactical
that's,
vehicles.
that's the whole thing
that's
with.
to show like the poor people versus
Right.
like they're
Well,
just
I-
adapting what they've got.
I
Right.
think it's also that's where society ended for regular people
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the 80s,
Right.
and like when he probably wrote the book as well, the
Yeah.
80s. So the future built onto 80s cars and
Yeah.
on. And
Yeah, I do like when he walks through the gateway to like the rich part of the town. You know, the very different look to everything in that part of the town. But yeah, same thing with if you've watched Looper, they do the same kind of thing with the cars there, where it's these kind of 90s looking vehicles that they just stick bits on to be like future car.
Yeah.
It's like a DeLorean. Like we put
exactly.
flux capacitor on the back.
And
There
now
you go.
it's future car.
Yeah.
That works. Speaking of the 80s, we are also they just dropped the 5th season of Stranger Things season 5.
Part 1 of the season 5.
Right. Which I think, is this the first time Netflix has done that? Not dropped the entire...
No, I think they did it for season 4 as well. They split season 4 in half. This is split in 3 sections, I believe. So the part 1 came out at Thanksgiving. Part 2 will come out on Christmas. And the finale, like the last 2 episodes, I think, are dropping on New Year's Eve. And we'll be playing in movie theaters as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they're going to do the simultaneously thing.
What do they think they are? Mandalorian?
Come on. Remember they did that for what's the hell, the
Chernobyl?
No, bad Marvel show.
Which one of them?
Inhumans. The season premiere of Inhumans was on IMAX.
Yeah, it was in
I
theaters.
don't remember
It was
that.
terrible.
I don't remember that.
Terrible.
I heard that show was not good.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Oh man.
Were you saying Terra Bolt, like Black Bolt?
Yeah, there you go.
That's what you were. I thought that's what you were
Terror,
doing.
like Terrigen crystals.
Yeah.
What do you guys? I've only watched the first 2 episodes, so spoilers, by the way.
Yeah. They've dropped 4 episodes for this part 1. Each episode's about an hour and a half. I did binge it in one night.
Yeah. What do you think?
I loved it. I thought it was really good. There's definitely some spoilers to be sure, but this picks up about, I think they say it's like a year or like 13 months after season 4.
Something like
to
that.
be like, Hawkins has been kind of closed off by the government because
quarantined. Yeah,
because Vecna opened up a bunch of portals, which they've just covered over with steel.
Yeah, which is
they were just like,
strange.
just put some steel on it. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just nuke it. Come on.
Yeah, and they send
That's what
in.
they always do.
Yeah.
They send in troops to do a burn of the whatever the branching portal goo is,
like in the mist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like this flesh stuff that comes in through the portals.
It's like when the aliens goop overflows like caverns.
A lot of goop in this show. I love the goop.
Yeah.
I love the kind of visceral feel to everything that's coming from.
Vecna get a striped shirt and a hat?
Oh man,
like,
no, we do get a new Vecna.
Get you, bitch.
We get a lot of Vecna different looks in this
really?
show. Yeah, so there's the first 5 minutes, which I think is all online right now that you can watch, are like it cuts back to season 1 of the show and shows what happened to Will when he gets kidnapped. Because season 1, Will gets kidnapped by the Demogorgon.
He just disappears,
and they never really explain why he got kidnapped. Because we've seen Demogorgons just rip people apart mostly when they come through. And they're like, well, why was Will taken? And you find out he was special. Vecna wanted him. And so you see him in the Upside Down, and they do an amazing de-aging job, I think.
Yeah, they look really good. They're really good.
He looks just like season 1 kid.
Yeah.
So I think there was some face replacement or something with a kid. But, you see him, and how he survives is he keeps singing the song that...
Running up the hill.
No, he's singing a different song. He's singing a thing that him and his brother used to sing. And that's like how he did, because they talk about like songs being the way to stay sane, basically. So you see him, and then the Demogorgon's after him, and he gets captured by Vecna, who then kind of places him against the wall and throws, has a living kind of tube go into his throat and just pumps him full of. And at the end of season 1, we see him throw up little slugs, that become the Demogorgon dogs kind of thing. And so you see a bunch of those go in him, and he's like, oh, and so just kind of and Vecna being like, oh, you're the beginning, you're the start of this. And so you find out in this season, Will has this connection right? With the hive mind of Demogorgons. He feels what they feel. He can kind of see through their eyes now.
Yeah.
And, you know, he thought he got rid of that connection in season 2 when he was brought back. You saw him kind of taken over by Vecna and being used as a spy.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of, did an exorcism basically to get Vecna out of him. But he still has that connection. And he's just like, and they basically say, like, you know, you're like an antenna for these creatures. So whenever one of them is close, he gets his, like, goosebumps. And you can see, and he can kind of see through the eyes of these creatures of what their next target is.
I see.
And you start seeing Mike, youngest sister, Holly, is now 10 and 11.
She's a target now.
And she has been talking to a imaginary friend called Mr. Whatsit. And you find out Whatsit is actually Vecna in this geist of Henry, like his human form.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's monsters in the world. Come with me. I'm going to save you. And so he sends the Demogorgons after Holly and about 12 other kids. And they're like, why? Why is he one of these kids for? You know, like, what's the plan? And Will is able to use his connection to kind of figure out that Vecna is taking these kids to kind of create these more stable portals and kind of build this world up. And you know, basically take over the world.
Yeah.
So while this is going on, you see Hopper's training 11, who is, you know, learning to control her powers better and wants to, you know, basically become a soldier against Vecna. And Hopper's kind of holding her back a bit. Like, don't do this. I don't want you to get hurt.
Right.
I'm going to go on this crawl. So they've been going into the Upside Down occasionally to go and kind of see where Vecna is. Because last time they saw him, they, you know, set him on fire and blew him up, and they tried to, like, they thought they got rid of him, but obviously he's still around. So they keep going to try and check out these quadrants of the Upside Down to be like, nope, it's not there, not there, not there. And they keep doing it while the military is burning parts of the Upside Down. So they were like, okay, we're going to do this standard crawl kind of thing. And Hopper goes in, but it's not standard at all. The team because he climbs onto a truck.
A 5-ton.
Yeah.
I drove those a lot in the Army. If any truck could survive the Upside Down, it's those.
All right.
They're fucking badass, yeah.
Nice.
I love those trucks. I drove them a lot in the
But
Army.
they get kind of ambushed by Demogorgons.
Cargo truck.
And so the whole military just get ripped apart. I'm very interested with the Demogorgon because, like, we see people use, you know, standard military weapons on them, and it doesn't seem to do much.
It doesn't.
But the shotguns seem to hurt them a little.
I mean, yeah, that, and at one point, Holly and Nancy's mom stabs the fuck out of it with a
Dude, that was brutal.
Yeah, with a wine bottle that she breaks.
Yeah,
stabs the shit out of it. But you know, so the Demogorgon comes into the Weeder's home to take Holly, and her parents are there, who are, you know, they're just average middle class people. You know, they don't know.
Yeah, the dad gets
so the dad gets fucked up, who's like, you know, it's implied he's like 10, 15 years older than his wife, so he gets fucked up pretty quickly. And then the mother takes the Wheeler's, what's her name?
Holly?
No, Karen Wheeler.
Oh, yeah.
She breaks a wine bottle because she drinks a lot now.
Yeah.
Understandably so. Her family's been through a lot the last couple of years. And starts stabbing the shit out of the Demogorgon, but the Demogorgon just, like, slashes both of them up. Yeah. And of course, they don't kill them. Of course they don't. You know, it just seems
they're in the hospital.
They say that it's because Vecna wants them to suffer, which it's like, well, if you kill their parents, it's suffering a lot, right?
Yeah,
there.
the Demogorgon could have bit the head off.
Yeah, could have just, you know, but apparently it's been ordered not to kill him, hurt him, but not kill him, which is like. And we were talking about this before the podcast. It's, you know, apparently the Duffer Brothers are like, well, we're not going to kill main characters. What is this, Game of Thrones? It's like, eye roll, like, oh my God, come on, guys. Anyway, so there are some things that can hurt it for sure, but it definitely seems like more like blunt weapons, like a shotgun.
Yeah.
You know, because it's pretty tough. We knew that from season 1, where it takes on a platoon of military police that are shooting at it, and it's just tearing through them. So. Yeah. And it's not the only thing that can hurt it in that season is 11. So
yeah,
you know,
true.
so yeah, it's pretty tough in general. So
just need a grenade launcher, like in Terminator 2. thunk, thunk, thunk,
Ah.
right in its mouth.
Oosh,
That'd be
blow it up.
good.
There you go. But yeah, it's sorry, keep going.
No, yeah.
Watson and so Hopper ends up in the Upside Down because of his They're sending trucks now in, refueling convoys and whatnot because now the military has a base inside.
Yeah,
the Upside Down.
so you discovered that the military have set up a base there in the Upside Down,
led by Linda Hamilton, apparently,
who's
which
great.
is
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
Yeah, she plays Dr.
K.
Dr. K.
Yeah, 2-star general, which is interesting, which makes sense. A
Who's
doctor
experimenting with different elements of the Upside Down, like the vines and stuff like that.
Yeah. Although there was one scene in there that I was like, okay, that's not all right. I don't know why I don't get military consultants for this, but she's a 2-star general, which is she's a major general.
Yes,
that's up there.
Yeah,
that's very high up there.
They call her major. Yeah,
yeah, and she's a major general.
Major general,
but you just say general.
Right.
She talks to a sergeant that comes in, and she's like, "I need you to tell your superior that I need the girl." And I'm like, "You're a fucking general, dude. You're his superior. It doesn't matter if you're not that sergeant isn't within your chain of command. You don't tell the sergeant.
You go straight.
Straight to him and be like, "Hey, man, where the fuck is this girl at?" It's like the sergeant was not going to relay your message. You're a general, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Was the superior the guy that was out on the field that they were
apparently
torturing?
so? Yeah, him.
Okay.
Yeah, which I haven't seen what rank he is. Maybe I missed it, but I haven't seen what rank it is. Also, they're wearing combat patches, 10th Mountain Division, but they're wearing the tab that says Mountain. I have that. I'm authorized to wear that combat patch from Afghanistan. But anyhow, that's just.
So you're saying they shouldn't be wearing it?
They can wear it as a combat patch because the combat patch goes on the right hand side. I can't see what the patch is on the left, which is their unit patch, which is the unit they belong to. I can't make it out, but I can definitely make out the patch on the right, which is if you've been deployed, that's where you wear that. And it's just so it's that patch they have, but there's a little tab that goes over it says Mountain, and that's clearly the 10th Mountain Patch Division. But they don't have the Mountain tab on it, so I'm like, what the fuck is that? Where's the Mountain tab? Anyway,
they're a special section of the.
No, sir.
No,
sir.
They're like black.
They're 10th Hill Division.
Here you go.
Yeah, they're like a Blackwater version of the
but anyway,
upside down version.
The upside, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it's upside down.
Like a Hopper's name in the upside down would be Hipper because hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopper.
Exactly. Anyway, then Hamilton is in his Dr. K.
Yeah. So yet again, the show is bringing another '80s icon.
Yeah, of course.
Is there any pun of her going like? Terminate them to the camera, or
that'd be interesting.
Is there?
Not yet.
She breaks the fourth wall,
but what we make.
And she breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Is there any of that?
No, not yet.
It's probably for the best.
Hey, it's better. She goes, it's better this than AI.
I'm telling you, if they don't do a scene of her loading, cocking a shotgun one-handed.
Oh yeah.
If they do any reference, it's gonna be that one.
That's all you need.
That's a miss if they don't do that.
Right?
Yeah.
Her just ching ching.
That'd be awesome.
Or they
chambering around.
Yeah.
They do a switcheroo and have her say, "Get away from her, you bitch," because she says Sigourney's line instead of.
No.
It'd be funny.
Sigourney would be like,
"Hey, that's mine,
Linda, get the fuck off my shit."
She just comes on. Yeah.
Those two brawl.
Sigourney is revealed to be Vecna's mom, and she's like, "I'm the real queen," and then she comes down like a queen Demogorgon, and then
And then Linda Hamilton says,
"Yeah, they both."
She cocks a shotgun and says, "Get away from her, you bitch."
The ladies of the '80s just have them all in there.
They battle them out.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd root for. It's got to be Sigourney.
And then Michelle jumps in and she martial arts all the Demogorgons. And they're all circling her, and she goes, and just takes them all out.
You should write this, Chad.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
People will die in mine.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people.
Season 6 by Chad.
Yeah.
I'd have them already invaded most of the town.
I would have killed off Max a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, so Max is still in a coma.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Max has been in a coma since last season, and you see them going to the hospital to talk to her, and they played the music that she loved, the Run Up the Hill by Kate Bush, to keep, to try and get her to come out of this coma. You see Holly is now taken by Vecna into a dreamlike world, which is like a 1950s-esque
like
landscape.
Pleasantville?
Yeah, very Pleasantville. And Vecna's like, you could stay in this house, you just can't leave.
It's Vecna's like childhood home.
Yeah, and he's like, this house is all for you. And Holly's like, yay. And then she gets a note from, there's a mailbox, and there's a note in there saying, hey, it's Henry. I'm trapped. Please come rescue me. Here's a map, and it takes her through the woods that Henry has told her not to go. So she, dresses up in a little like cloak and stuff and walks through the woods and finds like a barren like desert wasteland, and there's a cave, and a hand comes out the cave, and it's Max, and Max saves her, and she's like, "Hey, I know you. Henry's not who he says he is. I've been trapped in here this is a memory that Vecna has, and I've been trapped in his memory since I died. Basically my body's stuck out there, my mind is stuck."
I don't remember what happened in the last season I remember she heard the song and she started running as the kind of world collapsed around her.
Yeah.
How did she end up in the coma again?
So the whole thing was like Vecna needed to kill the 4 kids to kind of create the bridge.
Right.
And he killed 3 out of the 4. 4th one was being Max. And technically she did die for a minute. Like, so when she was like, she came out the consciousness.
Right.
She came out of the upside down, and she like her eyes were bleeding and stuff, and she's like, I can't do it, and died. And that's when like Lucas was like, oh no. But then apparently when she died, her consciousness left her body and ended up in Vecna's memory.
Yeah.
And she was like trying to find her way out, and almost found her way out. She ended up almost leaving because she could hear the music that was on the tape, and she could see her body like in the hospital bed. And she's like, I can make it. And then the tape runs out. And then it kind of, the gateway disappears. And Vector's like, they're like, I see you, Max. Like, I'm find you.
Yeah.
And she runs into this cave, and he's like scared of it. Like, he won't go into the cave. So she's made this her home. And she's like, Holly, you and me can stay here and be safe. Meanwhile, in the real world, so they find out that Vecna, through Will's like antenna to the Demigorgons and the hive mind, they find out that Vecna's going after these 11 other children and wants to use them to kind of power this whatever machine or something. We don't know yet. And so they're like, we got to save the kids. But also the military know this too. So the military starts rounding up all the kids and taking them to a camp. And Will's like, it's not going to work. Like, we got to get them out of Hawking, because he's like, my connection to Vecna was a lot less when I was in California than when I'm here. So they're like, well, there's underground tunnels that go right under the camps, and we can use that to get them. But we need someone on the inside to kind of help us out. And there's this one kid that they saved who's kind of a dick, who like they saved, and like, you can be our kind of mole and go in and find out where the kids are being held and tell them to go to like the washroom, and we'll build a hole and they can go through and everything. So they start this plan. They start getting the kids out, and they're meanwhile there's also like, they found a way they could place a tracker on you so that when you go in the upside down, they could still have contact with you. And they're like, we can trap a Demigorgon, and we can place one of these trackers on them, and then we can know where they are, and find out. It can lead us back to where Vecna is in the upside down. So they set this whole, like, it's very Home Alone. They set up a whole house with the kid to be like, when the Demigorgon shows up, we're going to trap it, we're going to set it on fire, and it's going to run off into the upside down again, and then we can follow it in the car on the real world to find out where Vecna is. So they start this plan. The Demogorgon shows up. Nancy shoots it with a shotgun slug with the tracker in there. It runs off into the upside down. They start chasing it, and then Steve and who's in the car? Steve, Dustin, and the older brother are like, we can just gun it and go through into the upside down and follow it there. So they're in the upside down now. And the other guys, so it's Will, Mike, and Winona Ryder's character in the real world are trying to save the kids.
Right.
Okay. So Dustin and everyone else, they're in the upside down. They get a hold of Hopper on the radio. They're like, we're coming to find you. And then, so the military have created these kind of like machines that can distort Eleven's abilities and kind of gives her pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Hopper's like, it's somewhere in the military base is the source of this creation, right? This weapon against 11, and they're pretty sure it's Vecna that's being controlled by the military. So like, we're gonna break into the base and take out Vecna. And Hopper's like ready to do the suicide mission run. You know, he's like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna find Vecna, I'm gonna blow myself up. And they get in and they break into the military base. They break into the vault where they supposedly Vecna's being held. Vecna's not there, but instead it's I don't know if you remember back in season 3 or 2 where 11 went to Chicago and met other people with her powers.
Yeah.
She had a sister.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Right.
Number 8's been captured by the military.
Okay.
And they're using her to create this distortion field.
I thought they had dropped that storyline all
I
together.
thought so
Yeah,
too. I was really surprised. I was like,
they probably
shit.
like, oh.
Yeah.
They probably had that moment. Like, oh, we can
we
still
had
have this.
somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, because that was set up as supposed to be a spin-off show that never happened.
Right.
So they found her now. And then in the real world, while this is all going on, they're taking on the base, and they think Vecna's there. Actually, Vecna shows up in the real world to take on the kids. And, like, you see Will is having, like a fit. Like, he's on the floor, like, spazzing out as, like, Vecna's there, and all these, like 6-7 Demigorgons show up. And they're just taking out the military. There's just carnage everywhere. And he's seeing through the Demigorgon's eyes, and he's seeing them come after Mike and after his mom and like all the people he loved. And Vecna picks up Will and just like, you know, you were the start of this. You're weak. Why do you think I'm going after children? It's like I can mold their minds. They don't resist, you know.
Yeah.
And Vecna lets him go, and like the Demigorgons grab all the kids, and the Demigorgon's about to attack all his friends, and they are about to swipe down at all his friends, and they just stop midair. And you turn, and it's Will, and his eyes are like whited out, and he's kind of like in control now of the Demigorgons, and starts like breaking their bones like Vecna did to the people last season.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just see Will's now this powerful being that's able to control these Demigorgons and just destroys them all.
Oh, wow.
And he gets like a nosebleed like 11.
Yeah.
And it just cuts. That's the end of the season, where they at.
That's good, because for one of the complaints that people had about Will's character is that he doesn't have a lot to do
Right.
after season 2.
Right.
Really,
They have a really good speech this season where, you know, he even talks about like not knowing what his place is, really, because he's like, you know, like
he's just kind of in the
Mike is the
background.
leader and everything like that. And he talks to Robin because he finds out Robin's gay.
Right.
And it's like, well, how did you know, she was into you and, you know, all this. And, you know, Robin tells him the story about just like being yourself. It's just like the day I found out who I was and was open to it, was like, she was like, I felt like I was floating, you know, like I felt this power within me. And it, you know, comes back to and like, he talks to Mike, and Mike's like, no, you're not, you know, you're not worthless. Like you're like a sorcerer. Like the fact that you have this antenna, like it's like your D&D character. Like you're not a wizard, you're a sorcerer. A wizard learns from books. A sorcerer has just innate power. And he's like, you know, and like you see that at the end of the season, it like builds up to, or the end of this part of the season where he is now kind of in control of the power.
Nice.
And it's, I was like, I cheered. I was just like, yeah, you know.
Right.
So far, has there been any old song they dug up to make iconic in the...
Not yet. No, they haven't brought. I mean, they brought back the Kate Bush song.
Yeah. So I was just curious if they're saving one.
Oh,
for like,
there's so Robin is in charge of radio station.
Yeah.
So how that she keeps in contact with everyone is like she plays music to kind of like she's keeping the radio station going. So there's music in the area.
Yeah.
And she's also like she like lets them all know like there's a plan going by playing Upside Down by Diana Ross. So that kind of plays a little part.
Yeah.
Like,
and she speaks in code to
like she'll talk about the artist. Like Diana Ross had 6, you know, hits, and you know,
and she faced north or something like that. Yeah. So and then she's giving information.
Can never break that code.
Right. She's giving information to her group.
Right, and everyone's listening on little ham radios and stuff.
Also, like, because I remember, was it season 2? The kids dressed up like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So that obviously took place in '84. Are they in '89 now?
They're 87.
87 now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious if they'll bring any movie reference to.
Well, that's Hawkins has been closed off for a year, so I don't even know they get movies.
Oh, that's true.
Because they talk about like Murray, the character is like, he's like a coyote. He's like like getting groceries and stuff. And he's like, "You guys want Gatorade?" They're like, "Oh my god, Gatorade!" So it's been a while since they've had any.
Oh, okay.
Kind of regular
that makes
stuff.
sense.
Yeah, it's weird because they kind of sealed the town off, and they're saying because people breathe in all the the particles in the air and are exposed to things that. So the government apparently just sealed the town off.
It's quarantined.
And things are just kind of going on. Kind of normal inside the town.
They still have school.
There's a part of the downtown has now been taken over because that's where the portals are and the military is operating out of there. But yeah, aside from that, they're still going to school. Which
I feel like is very like post-pandemic writing of
does.
It's like really, like how we all just kind of after the pandemic hit, like we kept going.
Right? Exactly.
You got to keep going. You still got to do stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you've only seen the first season. You said,
I need to.
Is there a reason that you dropped off, or you just weren't interested?
I mean, like I really liked the first season, but it was just like I get the vibe of it. It's referencing a lot of movies I've seen, and I was like, you know what, this could be dragged on for a while, but now I know there's a end coming up. So I'm like, I maybe I'll sit down and watch it when it's all out because I don't. It seems a lot to keep track of just with what they're trying to do. I don't know. I wasn't pulled on immediately to like, oh, second season. I just something got in the way and I never watched the second season. And then I was like, oh, that's over. And then I never watched it. And then the third one came out. I was like, you know what? I got so much to watch.
I mean, I've said it before. I think the first season is probably the best one, and then the season 4 should have been season 2. Yeah, and this should be season 3, wrapping it up.
Yeah,
I don't even remember season 2.
Well,
something about a Demogorgon dog.
It was like
and it's another reason why I didn't hop immediately on after the second one came out because people weren't praising it as much.
Yeah,
so I was like,
three got a lot of heat.
3
was
had
the Russians and
crazy. It was crazy. And then there was the Mind Flayer. That was this huge, massive thing. But that's not the final boss.
Right.
And then the Russians in the 1980s when tensions were very high with the
middle
Russians.
Of America over. Yeah.
They built a mall and then built a base down there. Which not only did they built a base right on the nose of the United States government. Under Ronald Reagan and the fucking high tensions of the 1980s with the USSR.
Right.
But also they're wearing their uniforms down there.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like carrying AK-47s.
It was very...
If Cobra can do it, they can do it.
And then they just
It did feel like a G.I. Joe episode.
Very much. And then it was just...
we're
going to build a mall!
I mean, that was in G.I. Joe Resolute. They had the shopping mall.
Yeah.
That's right.
Soviet Union.
Yeah,
it's just,
it was a weird.
And then they were just pushing this Chips Ahoy shit so much. I was like, oh my god, dude, it's just a costume that they work at a cookie shop. Relax, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's like that was everywhere. It's like, oh god, it's wow, Chips Ahoy. It's a cute play on a name. And okay, they're wearing some costumes. Everybody chill, Jesus. But that was Netflix pushing it. But yeah, I mean, it's
the marketing for this season. When you go to like Target, it's like full
everywhere, fine. I get it. They're gonna have, they got to try to make their money somehow. But and again, going back to season 3, it's just the only thing I remember that series of that season is the ending when they fight the Mind Flayer in the mall.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah,
Well,
in season 4, I think they toned it back. I think you're right. Like they saw the response to season 3 was not great.
Yeah.
Season 4, they decided to go back to kind of more of the roots, more of the first season stuff.
It's great.
This is a continuation of that for sure.
No, these are the 2 strongest seasons since season 1.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I do like they had to do a time shift a little bit because the kids are all like 22 now.
Yeah, they're in their 20s now. Yeah,
it's
which
crazy.
Also Holly was like 2,
right?
and now she's like 10.
Yeah.
I was like, so I guess these kids have been in school for a very long time, dude.
Yeah,
because I don't remember, but I don't think they say what grade they're in. But I guess
they're in high school now.
But are they seniors? They must be.
They must be
because it's been like since the series started. It's been at least 6 years.
Yeah. Well,
in their time.
Yeah, started in '83, I think was the first season.
Probably middle school.
Yeah. So '87. So
4 years.
Yeah. It's a little.
Yeah, that's definitely you're cutting it very close.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's a little
because
they're playing with the time.
They should have just said they're seniors. Just
I didn't want
We
to
got
tell you guys
7
this,
years to
but
work with.
since the show's ending in '87, that's the year I was born. So I'm gonna appear at the end of the
a baby
out
Chad.
of the as the portal's being destroyed and closed. A baby Chad just rises up and
It's just
And then-
floating in the air.
He's got like the Demogorgon head, but it just unfurls and it's Chad's face
There
in
you
the
go.
center, like an onion.
It just the Demogorgon body melts away and it's just me.
It's a little umbilical cord just trailing behind you.
Give me a hot dog.
No, he's Vecna. Vecna just opens his chest and he comes out like Quado.
Oh my god. A Chad Quado.
Yeah,
If
Chad.
we had T-shirts for the show, that would
there you
be
go, Chad
Vecna with
Quado.
Chad's face as a Quado.
Sick Quado, bro.
Oh, someone make that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's again, I watched the last season. After season 3, I was like, I don't know. I'll give season 4 a shot.
Yeah.
And if it's not, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah,
And it was in season 4. I was like, it gripped me back in. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like you said, they're going back to the basics, going back to the roots.
Get
of the
Hopper
show.
in the Soviet jail.
That
which was
that was the only crazy part about it. I was like, okay,
I guess
that was a
this
little
is
weird. but okay.
this is the Lost,
You know.
in a way.
Yeah.
To an
Did
extent. Yeah.
I would assume initially they didn't have it planned out like a whole because they
I don't think
were
they
just
did
going to do the
either, yeah.
anthology and do
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So now then they had to continue the story that
Right.
it feels like Lost. They're well, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, obviously this one probably makes a bit more sense with a lot of things. But I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I guess this is the cultural thing, but it's been spread out over.
Well, yeah, that's.
so
I
long.
mean, this was supposed to be.
2016 is when it started.
Yeah, I mean, but then pandemic hit,
Yeah.
and it was just like and actor strikes and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's, everything got kind of pushed further and further.
Certainly
out.
by
Yeah.
about 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's I really like season 4. I think again the Hopper Russia thing was probably the craziest thing
Yeah.
of it. But they always go. There's always something in there that goes way far fetched.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Sometimes you gotta hop the shark.
There you go. See,
There you go.
right? Hop the Demogorgon.
That shark works
Eh,
because it's like jump the
I don't
shark.
think it works, but
I mean, it does work.
But
But people who don't know that you're referencing the shark thing, they're gonna be like, "What Demogorgon? Hop the."
I'm glad we're doing all
What?
this time to explain it.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's what makes it
Nothing
funnier.
makes it funnier. Yeah.
Then
That's
explaining
what
it.
does make it funnier.
and
in my
a
head.
post-mortem on it.
but yeah, so far, again, I'm on the second episode, but that's just because of time constraints.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
I'm
digging
excited
so
to
far.
watch the rest of the season. Like,
Yeah.
knowing that it's going to be the end of it. Like,
Yeah.
you're right. Like, this is kind of this generation's Lost in
Yeah.
a way. Like, it does. I don't know of any other show that's as popular as it
true.
right now. So,
Do you think they're going to kill off anybody in terms of the?
I think Dustin's going to die.
Think so?
I think so. I think Dustin's going to go out a big hero ending.
They are kind of building that up because they're in this season they have him get his ass beat pretty hard.
Yeah.
There's some group of like jocks at school. Are
He's
like,
kind of taking the Eddie
yeah.
role of being the renegade.
Yeah, he's fuck Hellfire Club. He's
Yeah.
like fuck you, buddy. And then they continue to tag up Eddie's grave.
Yeah.
And they jump him out there and really beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, they do.
So-
Yeah, I'm like,
But he got in some licks, dude.
Yeah, he
got in
did.
some pretty good licks
The-
on 4 of them.
It ends with a helicopter landing and then Dustin Hoffman getting off the helicopter. It's like the Ebola virus is loose.
You're
they all-
referencing Outbreak.
Yeah, there's a Vecna form
From, like,
of a
98?
chimp with the Ebola virus
There we
spread
go.
around. So they got to stop him before he spreads it across the United States.
We definitely got to watch that Primate movie.
Yeah,
by the
no,
way.
that comes out
Oh
in
my god!
January.
I saw the
Yes.
trailer for that.
so good, dude.
Yeah.
Holy!
They played it again last night when I was watching.
yeah?
We should talk
Running
about it
Man.
because we haven't talked about that trailer.
Everybody was laughing. Yeah, we should. Yeah, everybody was laughing about that during the trailer, the Primate trailer. People were just losing it. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's
And I was like, I don't think that they intend for you guys to laugh.
I'm
at this.
I'm hoping they mean for it to be funny because like
I don't. I think it looks like they're playing it serious.
well that's the thing. I mean, you could play it serious like they played Rubber to be serious,
right.
and that was a comedically executed movie. So like
That's the Killer Tire movie.
yeah,
right?
Killer Tire, yeah.
If anyone doesn't know,
Yeah.
So I think if they're going about it in that route, okay.
It doesn't. It looks like they're
I know it does. It
Yeah.
does. And but the way
like what I'm saying is I don't think that the filmmakers would appreciate people laughing at the trailer.
no.
I mean,
They'd be like, dude, what the fuck? You know, like,
Yeah.
this
well,
is
they
supposed
can
to be
always
like a
pin
horror
it like
movie.
wise-o and be like, oh yes, it was a comedy.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, they might try and do something like that.
But part of me,
it just looks bad.
I mean, just because I don't recognize the actresses in the trailer, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe they made it as serious as a serious film.
What I mean is like, so Cocaine Bear, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, obviously.
The trailer played it very light. It's like, haha, it's a killer bear on cocaine, guys. Haha, you know, it's funny. This is not. I don't think this is what they're
supposed to be terrifying.
It's supposed to be a horror.
This is supposed to be like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be
comedy. You will never look at a monkey the same way.
Exactly.
Again.
But
this is
I
Jaws
also,
for monkeys.
Because there's no light. There's nothing light in the trailer.
No.
You know?
Well, like,
but he's clicking the
that's about it. Yeah, that's about. Yeah.
But the thing is, I think the trailer is cut in a way to make it like that, and maybe it's not really like that. Like, you know how sometimes the trailer can.
Yeah.
So I think
I don't know, dude.
It could be of two ways. Yes, they did make it serious, and it's just not going to be good in that way, or they made it serious to be funny.
It's a hell of a gamble.
Yeah.
But the thing is also, is this director a fan of 90s films?
Right.
And of Congo? And like that that's why I'm like, this guy must have watched Congo
with
that
the pad.
Yeah, with the pad, and then also like the fake looking monkeys. So I'm hoping that is the context, at least, that the guy is a fan of 90s.
I just feel they're like, oh,
creature
we made such a good monkey. No one's gonna think this is fake, and then it comes out and they're like, oh no, we spent so much money on this animatronic monkey.
Either way, I'm gonna laugh, but I'm like, I know part of me hopes that they were smart enough to know that this is gonna be comical.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like, you see the scene where it's like the frat boys show up.
Well, especially the setting. They're in like Hawaii, and they have a chimp in Hawaii. I'm like, all right, that's already
so
weird.
much of it makes no sense. Yeah,
like I'm. It's going to be interesting the way they go about it.
Right.
So,
but yeah, they might have. I mean, I really feel like they did. Like they were like, we're doing Cujo with monkeys.
That's exactly what it feels like.
And it's like, no, bro, like this is just bad.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you know, we'll see how it goes, and I think it probably will not go the way that they hope it is.
Well, if anything,
again, I think they're coming at this seriously.
You're pissing off the true horror fans, or you're pissing off comedy fans. Like,
well, no,
there's no way you can pull this off.
I don't think they can piss off the horror fans, because even if it's bad, it has a chance of becoming a cult comedy horror movie.
Yeah, that's true. It could be one of those that just gets played.
Yeah, and like if it turns out to be that fun of a movie, and word of mouth, they might make a bunch of money on a low budget movie like that.
It does make me think of like we saw this last year, The Monkey, which was outrageous horror. Like the kills being so outrageous that it made it funny.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe if you do like a satirical thing like that, like if the kills are just ridiculous, like the monkey's like, I mean, there's no scene where it's gonna be like the monkey got a gun, but
hey, I'm hoping that happens actually. Like it's just like somehow it uses his foot to cock the shotgun.
Exactly. He cocks it like Linda.
Single-handed.
Little did we know, Linda's in the suit.
Right.
And
like Nope has like a really scary beginning of that movie. Of Nope, they have the monkey scene where the kid talks about the monkey on set that like ripped people's faces off.
That's right, yeah.
And it's terrifying.
I thought that's where that inspired this.
Right.
I felt,
Well,
but that was all like what you didn't see.
Well, there's a whole scene in that of Nope with the right after the aftermath of the monkey attack.
Yeah, and you see it breathing on the
again.
Goosebumps.
I mean, like I haven't seen. Yeah. I haven't seen Nope, so I can't reference that. But like again, I would have to say from the look of this trailer, it seems he was obviously Congo was his influence because if those silverback gorillas, and guys in suits, when they charge by and then like hit you in the face and you're like blood coming out of your mouth.
When they got the laser and they're like chopping the limbs off.
If these are over dramatic deaths from the ape, like
then
yes, this is a comedy. Because
I don't think so. Do we see any deaths in the trailer?
You just see him like snap her wrist.
I don't think anyone's gonna die. I have a
feeling.
feeling.
I think the guys
they're definitely
gonna die.
I was just gonna say,
but
the frat boys,
the girls are gonna be fine.
Because also
I think at least one of the
chimps are territorial, or at least they can be territorial. Yeah. So we'll.
There's 100% going to be a scene in there of the final girl who's the owner of like grew up with the monkey, and the monkey's going to be she's going to be like trying to reach out to him, like, we grew up together, and the monkey's gonna be like, remember her as a kid or something.
Yeah.
He's gonna like probably kill himself because because he gets rabies apparently.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He got bit by something.
Yeah,
and he probably kills himself to save her.
He's got
like
island
even
fever.
though the rabies is like telling him to attack, he's gonna like kill himself to save her or something like that. That's what's gonna overcome.
he throws himself in the pool.
Yeah, exactly, because he
Drowns.
can't swim.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Or
Or he throws himself off that cliff.
$10 says there's going to be a scene where someone offers him a banana. Well, trying to like, come
Yeah.
on, or like at
So
least.
if that doesn't happen, you owe every listener $10.
Yes. We only have how many listeners?
Enough that it would hurt if you agree to that. Yeah.
Maybe a penny.
Yeah, what's our petty cash look like? Ooh.
Everyone gets a penny stock in Disney.
There you go.
I don't think they offer penny stock in Disney.
I had one as a kid.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then there you go.
Huh?
So it's got to be worth what?
A couple cents.
$12 now?
Less than that.
I mean, like,
Yeah, probably.
everyone knows if you want to survive, you just jerk off the monkey, right?
That's true.
It
That's
can't
true.
hurt you if you jerk it off.
true.
It's just like you just go at it.
That's true.
That monkey's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
And be your best friend.
Do you know that from experience?
Listen, I've survived multiple monkey attacks.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you must.
I'm not gonna tell you how.
Was it by giving it a banana?
It was holding a banana.
See, all you got to do, this is what you got to do, all right? If you're running from a chimpanzee, you get in your car, but leave the door open so then the chimp jumps in the car with you. Then you shut the car behind and make sure the windows are up, because then you just leave the car. Like, you know how people accidentally leave the kids or their dog in the car. You can hotbox that chimp. You know,
Hotbox that chimp.
Put that chimp in the hot box.
That's true. You do
I
that.
thought he was smoking weed in that car. Is that why? It's gonna be.
That's why he
hotboxing.
goes crazy.
Oh.
He goes
Because of reefer
The
madness.
reefer madness.
Yeah. See that? Don't smoke weed, kids, because then the monkey kills you.
Oh yeah.
Or if you're a monkey, don't smoke weed.
There you go.
I have a feeling the house is going to catch fire, and there's going to be a throwdown between
That's what I'm saying.
the
And
lead
that's,
girl and
yeah, and that's what she's like. We grew up
and
together.
she's
You're my
trapped-
brother.
No, she's trapped underneath some rubble, and, and it lifts.
He lifts- yeah.
A moment of
Yeah,
sanity.
yeah.
It's like a sloth when he's holding the boulder.
And she escapes, and the rubble
Yeah,
collapses.
it collapses, and then
Yeah.
you see his hand like pop out of the rubble,
Something like that.
and he's cured.
Or
from,
he's wounded after because the rubble's on. He's dying out, and then like they hold hands or something
Right.
as he dies. You know.
he has
'Cause he grew up
Miles
together.
Dyson.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just holding a detonator. I can't.
Well, I mean, he's using the car keys.
But then the post credit, you got to have him like swing through the jungles of Hawaii.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly,
because
yeah,
that's where his head goes when he's passing away. He's like, I'm back in home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
He's walking through the field like Gladiator with his hands in the grass,
and then, music is playing.
and he sees his ape family waving to him on the road.
Oh my god.
It's the wife and kid he left behind
Yeah.
when he was captured. Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
But it's happy.
No
because
wonder he goes
he's
crazy.
reunited. And then
That's true.
you see the girl bury him, and then he's like, "I'll join him, but not yet, not yet,
Not yet. Yeah.
not yet."
That's what she
So
says.
it's just the last act is a recreation
Yeah,
of Gladiator.
yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Didn't they already do this?
Why is Joaquin Phoenix in this movie? Oh,
Oh man,
But he,
he
yeah.
spent all the money just on a Coliseum. What the?
But he's playing the Joker.
Yeah. He won't let go of that role.
Will not
He's
let
gonna make
go.
it work no matter what.
Exactly. Oh man. So yeah, we went from Stranger Things in the Primate trailer,
Yeah.
but Stranger Things season 2. So far, I think it's pretty good.
Season 5.
What am I talking about? See?
Season 2 is
Season
good,
5.
but season
No,
5.
season 2 is not good. Season 5. Yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so
yeah.
good. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna stay with it. So and yeah, I've heard good reactions about the ending of this half of season 5.
Yeah,
so.
it was a good moment to end on. I was
Good,
like,
good.
all right, I give it a little applause on that.
All right, good. Yeah, I'm glad they're finally having Will doing something
Stepping up.
aside from just
And his
disappearing.
hair looks better. He doesn't have he has the bowl cut, but it's not quite as bowly. So
It's not. Yeah, it's not quite as bold. Yeah, exactly. And then you went to go see Sisu 2.
yes,
Road to Revenge.
Yes. How was that?
This movie delivered. Like I left.
You didn't see it though, Chad.
No, he saw it as well.
Yeah. Oh, you saw it, you guys.
I left the movie.
Solid invite, guys.
I think I like it more than the first one because it
Really?
gives you. It goes like there's some zany moments in the first one, but this one it goes even further with
Next level, yeah.
And that's what made it enjoyable because if it was just the same thing, I would be kind of bored.
Strangely, he has less dialogue in this one too.
He didn't speak in the first one.
He had like a line right at the end when
I
he
guess
said
it's
something. Yeah.
he's getting the gold.
But regardless, him not speaking, he didn't have to because his facial acting
so
is
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, it's hitting even though he's not saying a word.
Yeah.
And like Stephen Lang did great.
Great foil. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, what a great way to like. Okay, who's he gonna go against? Because we had going him against the Nazis in the first one, and this one, the Russians. And I like the
Tag from
idea
the
of it.
first one.
Yeah, and just even the chapter breakdown is very much like the first one.
Yeah.
It's very done like it very much it pairs really well. But the whole conceit being that this is post World War II.
Yep.
And Russia has taken over part of Finland as part of the Accords. They get a certain amount of area, and they say that the Finnish got kind of drove out their lands, and a lot of them didn't go back. And our main character is not Sisu, but what's his name? Anatoly? No,
I forget. He was
Stephen
called
Lang's
the
character.
I thought he was called
the Immortal.
The Immortal. That's like. But the thing is, like, it was the story that was told in the first one.
Yes.
Where he worked for the Russians, right? Or did he work?
He worked against them because
he worked against them.
Was killed,
and he would. Well, he joined the Nazis.
No, he was just Finnish resistance.
Oh, I thought he was part of the regiment of the Soviets or the Nazis, and he rebelled because his family was killed by the Soviets.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I thought he was a Soviet because I thought they pulled in some Finnish people to be a part of their military or something like that.
I don't know because they talk about him killing like over 300.
No,
Soviets.
yeah, and that's the tale that was told in the first one as well.
Right.
But I forget if I thought he was a part of someone first, and then they betrayed him.
I thought he was just Finnish
because he was away on assignment, and then he comes back to find his
wife and child dead,
murdered,
children dead.
Yeah.
So the start of this movie is him going into the crossing the Russian border to go to his old house.
Yeah.
Because it's in Russian territory.
Yeah.
And he breaks it down like stick by stick, and basically loads them all onto a truck. I'm guessing the truck is what he bought with the gold from the first movie. They don't really talk about like what he did with all that gold.
Well, I thought he buried it.
No, because he takes the saddlebags to the bank at the end of the first one.
Oh, you're right.
Like,
He would
give me bills because they're lighter.
That's true.
So I'm guessing he bought the truck.
Yeah, that would make sense. He bought the truck for that because and then he loads up all the wood from the house to bring it back to his home.
Yeah, so he wants to go back to Finland and rebuild the house basically. And the Russians get word that he's crossed the border. And they go to Siberia and get Stephen Lang
out of prison,
who was the general who murdered his family
and like massacred the town.
He was just and let him loose. Basically, they were like, "Okay, you have to go kill this guy,
and we'll let you free if you do clean up your mess." Because pretty much he created him by killing his family.
So it's this great almost like Roadrunner Coyote kind of versus each other kind of deal.
Because there's always these kind of roadblock situations, and then he has to survive and get through. And
he murders a lot of Russians.
He does indeed. Doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
And don't worry, the dog doesn't die, folks.
Okay.
You do see a
all
dog.
that matters.
A sheepdog. Yeah.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
So, but no, just each chapter just set the kind of stage of what the next big action sequence
I got
is.
very like Mad Max Fury Road vibe.
I thought it was. If I didn't see the,
and he's coming back.
Yeah, if I didn't see the trailer, I would have thought that the whole movie took place on the road being chased.
Right. Yeah.
But since I did see the trailer, I see the train sequence, so I was like, okay,
train sequence is great.
Yeah, that was a great way to end it.
Yeah,
and from a setup of it at a point where he like unsheaths the missile, I was like, are we getting a broken arrow ending? And I was like, oh my god, please God,
it does not disappoint.
No, it does not.
Yeah, but yet again, very wacky Acme. Tune logic.
Yeah, I'm reading this, the plot synopsis on Wikipedia here, and apparently he uses a tank, and he uses dynamite to catapult the tank.
Yeah,
it flips over the barricade. It's so good. It's so good.
So good.
So Like,
That
but
sounds crazy.
he's not like unhururt from it either.
Oh
he's
no,
like,
he is a
yeah,
he's
bloodied.
like, he's bloodied up
mess.
after he flips it.
Like he loses so much blood
Yeah.
through the course
Yeah.
of this movie. But it's very well done. Yeah. So he gets the house. On the way back, he's hit by a patrol that Stephen Lang sends out to capture him. Goes through them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then Stephen Lang orders planes to bomb him.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
He's trying to dodge him with the truck.
Yeah.
But they're as they do dives at his truck, they're like hitting the wood on the back of it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's trying to protect it and everything like that.
Yeah. And then the truck goes over into the river, and he's able to like go down and release all the logs from the house
because it's sinking.
And then able to like make a little raft out of them all.
Mm-hmm. And he's like kind of pushing it down. And like, yeah, it's great. It's so good.
And he's pushing it down, then finds the abandoned tank.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And mounts them all to the side of the tank, and then puts a bunch of dynamite on the back of it.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. And then he does get captured and tortured. And Stephen Lang's like, I'm the one that killed your wife and kid. Like, and we cut them up and fed them to the dogs.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I cut him up with a shovel because blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And that just sends him on a rampage.
Yeah.
And like, they're like, there's, you have this it works so well, the most violent acts in this movie, and then there's comedy just to go with it each beat.
Yeah.
It works so well. It's like,
he's strung up getting tortured on this train. He's able to release release himself, and then he's got to make it through these train cars where these Russian soldiers are asleep.
And like arms are
so like every time there's like every time there's a bump or something, an arm pops out of a cot and he's gonna try to avoid it. Someone drops a vodka bottle and he's like got to walk on the broken glass on bare feet,
so
like,
very Die Hard style.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. And just like and then someone's like waking up, so he's like got to roll on the glass to get away, and then
there's one who's just about to wake up and he pushes the cot up against the wall with him in it and just stabs it like
the hell out of him.
But then like the blood starts dripping on the person's face below, and then he's like, oh shit. And
you gotta kill him too.
Ridiculous.
It's great. It's so good.
It is very, very like
in like
bloody but funny ways of doing it.
I think if there was this kind of action with Running Man, it would be much more memorable for me. But this, like, this is not a big story movie. It's very like straightforward.
Yeah,
and like I thoroughly think about like a lot of the scenes. I'm like, this was in it.
Very
the
well
crowd,
executed.
Watching the crowd, great, because everyone's laughing at the hijinks and ridiculous actions that are happening throughout the movie. So it's like, it's and like
and I saw it last night and the place was packed too. So.
Oh, there you go.
And like there's people cheering.
The face off between him and Steve Lang was so good. It just went on for much longer than you think.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god,
they really go at it, and you can tell it's like them doing it.
Yeah,
like there's no like cutaways, and it's just them just punching the shit out of each other.
Really,
it's that was really fun. Really fun. If you can see it, that's one I would say. If you can see it there, do it because the crowd experience is worth it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it is fun. I mean, you can watch it at home as well. But it's very fun movie.
Yeah, and the first one is on Hulu right now.
Oh, so okay.
I re-upped to Hulu because right now for Black Friday they had like a $2.99 for every month.
Oh, nice.
Like deal right now.
Is it with ads or?
It is with ads.
Oh, okay.
So, but like $2.99.
No,
why not?
Hey, it's like I have it on the first one on 4K. So I was like, I support. I like to support
physical media. Is great.
I like to support the movies I like.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed the second one. I thought it was a lot of fun. That doesn't really let up. Like there's no real moments of just like, okay, we're gonna take a slow down beat.
Yeah.
Like it just keeps going.
And the fact you have star power as an antagonist, I think that helps this one even more. Because the other one I didn't really know from anything. The Nazi.
Yeah, the commander.
Like even though he was good, he was very good. I was just like, I like that there's someone that can carry because since he's not talking, Stephen Lang will be kind of do it for him. Yeah. So I was like, okay, no, you got a good actor to deliver this performance.
Everyone is dirty too.
Yeah.
There's no one is clean through the movie. Everyone's covered in dirt or blood.
And then you have the actor who plays Joe Chill from Batman. He's the like commandant. head general that sent Stevie
Right.
Lang on the thing.
Who seemed like he was going to
Betray
him anyway. Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, this is good. I thought for a second they would be fighting the Soviets together at a point, but I was like, no, they just showed how badass he was by taking them all out. I was like, okay, that's cool. So
great, and I loved like Stevie Lang's look in the movie. It was great.
Yeah,
he was like
he was scraggly at first, and then he shaved and had his glasses, and he was very
little glasses,
refined.
and little mustache, and like nice little like kind of suit thing going on.
And the accent wasn't too overdone,
No.
so it was just like a general Russian accent, but it wasn't too cartoonish where it would be like so. Yeah.
But a lot of fun, and I think it's an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's very quick,
brisk, and
I mean the budget on it was $7 million. Wow, which is nothing. It's already made 12.2.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, so the first
the
Sisu,
visual effects look great. Like even when they add stuff, it looks great. It's like you said, the sequence on the train is wonderful, and some really good deaths.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy how much they can do with such a small amount. $7 million. I mean that's nothing. That's you won't see independent films being made in the United States for that.
No, and I think the main actor is also the director, right? He directed and wrote it.
Did he?
No, the director was Jalmari Hedlander.
Oh, okay.
And the main actor is Jorma Tamila.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
and also I will say like
they sound the same.
The credits to the movie was great too because like he's building the house together with and the moment like before that started and these like strangers Finnish neighbors I guess came over to help him and he's like starts breaking down in tears and he can't
because he immediately grabs a hammer
because he thinks someone else has
and then they're like we're just here to help
we it looks like you could use some help and he's like you don't have to say a word and they all climb up and start helping putting the house.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's a nice ending.
That's good. That's good.
But if they did a third one where someone blows up his house and then he's got to go revenge on them, they could do that if they wanted to. I don't know who it would be because he did Nazis and then you have Soviets, so it's like who would be the next villains for him?
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I want to check it out. I just haven't had a chance, but I really enjoyed the first Sisu. Had a great time watching it, and although the tank was wrong, that was a T-62 they used.
In the first movie?
The first movie, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's not what the Germans had. But it's understandable because they can't. There's only one functioning German tank, the T-34.
They were in Finland. Maybe they had a different version up there.
No, they didn't. No.
Well.
There's only one working tank from a Tiger tank, excuse me, not T-30, but Tiger tank, and it's very expensive to use. That's what they use in Fury.
Oh,
that's the only working Tiger tank left. So
really,
yeah.
Interesting.
There's other ones on display, but they don't work.
Right,
that's the only functioning one. So I think it would probably blow their budget if they tried to move that thing up. And
I mean, they could digitally impose like some added
something. Yeah, well, again, that probably blow their budget up. So,
So
what's with the plane? Some of the posters have a plane that's like wrecked. Does he shoot down a plane or something?
No,
does he shoot a spitball at it and it explodes?
There's two planes chasing him. It's good. I was surprised how they, did the story of the fight between the two things. But like they,
so he's on the truck.
He's on the truck, and like he hits a tree line, and so the one pilot says for the other to dive in and kind of like bomb him out of strafe him out of there, and. I believe doesn't he just hit the brakes and it smashes into the back? He hits the brakes.
Oh, there's like a small opening, so the plane goes horizontal.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's what it was. Goes like sideways and he hits the brakes and the wing
takes
gets
the wing out
and spins out.
And then the other one, the pilot.
That's what a pilot would do.
Yeah. So the other one, the pilot tries to like dive bombing like kamikaze the truck, and the pilot ejects himself, and the plane's coming down, but he's already like taken out some of the planks and made a ramp basically on the front of the truck, so the plane just jumps over the truck and explodes. And the pilot comes down like, oh shit,
and he's just walking over to him like he's like, you'll never get it out.
Yeah, then, that's so good.
But it's great because
fun. Yeah.
That pilot thought he was getting off scot-free, but his bomber friends were coming in and they just dropped this huge bomb, and he's like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, it was good.
That's great.
Great. Yeah, fun. They sound like you got fun. Yeah,
very Looney Tunes kind of ways, but
But yeah, it's so well done that you overlook it.
You
know?
buy into it. Yeah,
exactly. You buy into it.
And the licks he takes is just like,
it's pretty brutal. Even the first one's pretty brutal.
They whip him with like a flaming whip at one point, or like
Jesus.
it's like a.
Oh yeah, it's the. I thought it was like a
tip,
hot iron. Yeah, they slash his back with it.
Oh,
yeah,
but it's cool because there's a point. There's a point because he knows he's being captured. He like takes a knife and he bites the wooden handle off, and so it's got the full tang on the bottom. And we find out later when he's tied up and he's trying to get, and then he's hidden the blade underneath his skin.
Yeah, he like cut himself
and it's like
put it in his thigh.
The point he's just trying to dig it out and like pull it out. And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Ouch.
It looks. It's
it looked good. It looked practical and good. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that would be so painful just to.
And I like he's a buff dude, but he still looks like an old dude.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he doesn't.
Right.
He's not overly developed. He's
No.
not like he's not ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he looks like a strong.
He could
man.
get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you just know that his nickname being the Immortal, he's like going to survive somehow.
It's crazy. The actor's only 65. Too.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Some road miles on those 65 years.
Yeah. Seriously. I definitely want to check it out. And you guys obviously would recommend this, right?
Oh
yeah.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
And it's very much like we talk about movies of the 90s, 80s, action
that's-
flicks. Like it fills that void.
Yeah, definitely. And also we are watching It, Welcome to Derry, the TV show.
Yeah.
This was going back to Stephen King. It is the miniseries based on It, the prequel to the It films that have come out. The one from the 1990s and the one that recently came out with in the 2000s, but late 2000s. What do you guys think? I mean, I know I don't think you're caught up, right?
No, I caught up. I
Okay,
caught
okay,
up
okay.
finally.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last. We talked about the first 2 episodes.
And then we
Yeah,
watched the third one.
We watched the third
Third one, yeah,
which
for-
we were all kind of
about.
It was
a little disappointing.
it was probably the weakest one of the series. It's,
Yeah.
I think it was just
Yeah.
the CG that made it not as good.
It is weird that they're using a lot of CG stuff because it's like that would look so much better as a practical effect.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it. They're not. It's a TV show.
Yeah.
They have a limited budget. If they make something practical, then the thing is just there. And
then they probably have cooler stuff in the other episodes.
Oh
like,
boy,
well,
yeah,
we gotta.
yeah.
Right,
'Cause
right.
We'll talk episode 4 and 5.
Yeah, definitely.
There's some great stuff in both of those.
It's hilarious. I'm looking at the premise here on Wikipedia, and this is all it says. In 1962, a couple moved with their son to Derry just as young boy disappears. With their arrival, very bad things begin to happen in the town. And that's it. That's
like
saying it
that.
mildly. Yeah,
I mean,
that's saying it mildly. Yeah.
yeah.
Again, the creepiness factor of this show is very well done. Yeah. So we watch. So we're all caught up on Derry, and then what do you guys think so far? I was saying the general creepiness of the show is nailing it. There's a little, there is some issue with the CGI here and there, particularly the third episode, I think.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's the storyline is coming along great. I felt I think the third episode also had was that the Native American storyline?
A little bit of it, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
so
like the
like
backstory.
Part of it.
Yeah, part
Yeah.
right, and then I think part of the fourth as well. The backstory of how it came to land in Derry, how the Native Americans surrounded it because it was killing off settlers.
Mm-hmm.
They broke off pieces of the meteorite that it came
It was
on,
bound in, yeah.
and then they bound it to this area, which is just like the limits of Derry that we had. The
yeah,
modern
they said
day
there's,
Derry.
was it 12 different posts that can't go past?
Right, and so it's. I think they said the Northwoods,
Mhm.
something like that. That's what the local natives avoided that area.
Sort of like the fog monster.
The fog monster,
The smoke monster? Sorry.
from Lost.
Everything
Sorry,
goes
yeah.
back to Lost.
Everything goes back to Lost,
because
yeah.
it couldn't go past the pillars. Remember?
I have a whole synopsis on how Lost was the spark of the golden age of TV. But but going back to Derry, so I felt that there was a good amount of scenes dedicated to the original natives that bound it to Derry.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little. It was. I appreciated the story. It was a little disjointed. It felt because they have what's his name? What's the character's name from
Dick Halloran?
Halloran? Yeah,
Yeah.
they have Halloran go into the mind of one of the natives that they've captured because they were spying on the base, or the natives are trying to find out what is the military doing? Why are they digging?
Yeah.
Why are they in that area? So they were taking pictures of the base, which is technically it's kind of illegal. You can't really do that. So they did pick him up. They did have Dick Halloran go into his mind, and they have him recite, or Dick Halloran sees the story, the legend of the it creature that the natives have bounded to this area.
Gallo.
Yeah,
I think they call it
something like that. Yeah.
And I like all the flashbacks to his first, like, before he was the clown, he was like a giant moose.
Right.
Like,
yeah. He would appear.
Form.
Yeah. Because he takes the form of whatever they're
like
afraid
settlers
of.
or whatever.
Yeah. And so they can understand. They understood what this thing was because it was killing off settlers. Mm-hmm. It was threatening them, and one of the young girls goes into the woods to try to. I can't remember. Was it?
She was trying to get more shards from the
to
cage.
bound it. Right.
Because it was going to different clans, tribes. Like,
right.
It wasn't just the one area anymore.
Yeah.
So they were like, we need to get more shards for every tribe. But that plan fell through because as they were trying to do that, it was attacking her mom and the rest
because they send a party after them to try to get it back.
Yeah.
And so as we find out, there's how it is bound, and the only thing that can pretty much hurt it, and the only thing it's afraid of is the shards from the meteor that it came into.
So it's Superman.
Which we saw the shards in the.
It's a little kryptonite.
It's a little kryptonite, very much so. Yeah, it looks like obsidian, basically.
Yeah.
And which we did see this area.
Dragon's glass.
Lava rock.
Lava rock. Yeah. We did see this area in the second movie.
Yeah.
Which is where they were like, we're not afraid of you, it, and then it turned into like this little clown miniature thing.
Yeah, because it feeds on fear. It feeds off your adrenaline.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you can believe, like they said, like if I believe this can kill monsters, like it will psychically, it can kill a monster, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think the shard actually can kill it, but I think because they believe it does.
Right.
Like, I don't think that actually is doing anything, but everyone's belief in it doing it.
So you think everybody's...
It glows, though.
Yeah. So you think everybody's belief in the stone is what's giving it the power?
Yeah, I think it's because that she carved something in there and was like, "No, this will kill it."
Well, no,
there's no real. You don't know it's going to do that.
I would say that's not the case because, as we see in the last episode of season 5, seven. Sorry. No, 6 or 7. I forget which one. Yeah. But where they were all in the sewers and he dropped it, and like obviously one of the main girls, she doesn't even know of it, and it affects him, and he backs away.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
No, yeah, because remember so what Chad is talking about is the kids go back into the sewer to try to because
I love
Henry
they're all hopped up on.
the drug sequence.
Is it what's the kid's name? Henry?
Mikey.
They thought Phil was still alive down there,
right?
And Henry was the kid.
I'm pretty sure it's Henry.
Back.
So the kid that disappeared in the first, which I was like, that's not the kid. That's
I was like,
there's
no way
you're not fooling me.
No way he survived.
No, hell no. So the kid that disappeared in the first episode comes back and says, I escaped. It was down there. It was keeping me for food. I saw him eat the others.
Yeah.
One of the kids is still alive. And he leads him to the sewers to try and this is where I was like, that's not the kid.
Well, also, he didn't take any of the pills either.
He didn't take any of the pills, but also he was like, oh, I'd much rather go back in the sewers and go back to my own house.
Yeah.
Because with my abusive father, I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. No, there's no way.
Also, it made me laugh because I'm like, so that's Pennywise.
Right.
He's just living as that kid now?
I guess,
he's
exactly.
For a couple of days?
Yeah, for a couple of days, just hanging out with them.
Just hanging out with those kids.
And they go into the sewers. They get separated. And I think it's Lily. Yeah, Lily is the one that gets separated from them.
Oh, Looney Lily?
Yeah, Looney Lily. And then we finally see... we finally see it in its clown form for the first time, which looked very good.
Yeah.
And he charges at her, doing the whole, like the
fast walk
thing, and he stops, takes out his old Demogorgon teeth and everything.
Yeah, the eyes went wide.
The eyes went wide, and that's when we see the shard that has been
reacts,
because the military goes down, also is in the sewers looking for him. They have the kid who's the Native American dropped the shard. He runs off, drops the shard, and then that fucking officer starts shooting at him. I was like, "What are you doing, idiot? Like that's your guy. Like what are you doing?" Anyhow, he runs off, drops the shard by accident, and we find that it's just happened to land in this area that Lydia's running into.
There,
and then that's when it stops and it glows.
Yeah.
And it runs off. So I think it does have
maybe you're right.
powers or whatever. It's the only thing that's afraid of. The only thing that hurt it, whatever it is, you know. So, I'm
wondering if, well, no. I was like, maybe it's reacting to its, because maybe Pennywise has the belief it can hurt him. But
maybe, but I'm
overthinking it.
It does seem like it's something that can physically hurt it.
Yeah.
Well, like you don't think, because I would hope that his base where that clown car or carriage with the fiery gate on it is not atop his meteorite, because that wouldn't make sense. Why would he base something where something can cage him or keep him held?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I hope his base is like not at that place.
Right.
So I don't know. So I mean, we haven't seen why he's taken the clown thing yet, but he was revealed to us as the clown.
It does seem like he was, because some of the next on the previews that we're getting, it does seem like he was a real person at some point, or he took human form.
Oh,
because there's a picture that
I haven't seen
looks
the preview.
like. Yeah, you see that? Yeah.
I saw.
So there's a couple episodes. There's some next on in the end of the episode.
I saw a trailer like before the show came out, and I saw an image of like a kid that looked like his face, and I was like,
"Oh, really?
Please don't make him."
I saw an adult, like a guy. It looked like a guy.
Maybe that was it.
But you said that you don't want that, right?
No, yeah, I don't want him trying to be human or something. I don't know. Maybe
this is the original guy he takes the form of, though, like you did with the
dead.
Okay,
maybe that guy was a clown, and then he kills him and takes it over.
When there's also something, because in the opening credits we see
he's like, people are always scared of me, and then he's like, oh, maybe I'll be the clown too.
That's true. Because in the opening credits we see some gangsters being shot up, and they found that car.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that has something to do with it.
Which I love. They explained that the town is being affected by by Pennywise's poop.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Like it defecates and it does fuck up the town. Like it like makes them all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and like
we kind of talked about.
It builds up a cataclysmic event before he rests for another year. So I was like, okay, so this is building up to a climactic moment of just like a lot of people are gonna die.
Which I'm looking at the timeline of it. It's like right when the Cuban Missile Crisis is about to happen, and they keep talking about the duck and cover stuff. Yeah. I'm like, is this what's gonna make everyone crazy? Is there's going to be this whole like nuke, like worry about being nuked?
Yeah,
I like that line when he appears as Pennywise and he goes, "Duck and cover, kiddos."
Right, exactly. I'm like,
I had to play it a second time because I couldn't catch it right away. I was like, "What did he say?" And then I was like, "Okay," but I think it'll be interesting because I'm glad the father of I forget the kid's name.
Which one?
Who's the pilot?
Oh yeah.
I'm glad was on board immediately when his son was scared. Like someone's outside, and then his wife was. He was like connecting the dots quicker.
Yeah.
Because if he was like taking too long, to like, you work for people, they're doing some shady.
Well, so the only thing that I was found weird about that was the military also goes into the sewers at the same time the kids do, unbeknownst to each other.
Right. Yeah.
So they're hunting Pennywise. They send a squad down there. With Halloran and his Hanlon is the character played by.
I think I know what you're gonna ask.
Jovan Adepo, right?
Yeah.
They go down there, and then they have the Native American guy who runs away from them and drops a shard. And that one idiot starts firing him. Like, what the fuck you doing? Anyway,
I think he fired him because like if he probably has orders to like if.
Yeah, but if he kills him, then what? You know, that's the only connection they have of trapping.
They don't. We don't know what excuse she gave them.
That's true. I mean,
like she could have said, "Oh, he'll be able to lead you to it."
Yeah, but. I mean, it just didn't seem right to be firing it. But anyway, the only thing that confused me was it's been established that Hanlon had a head injury, in Korea.
He has no fear,
so he has no fear. His
supposedly,
amygdala does however you pronounce it doesn't work properly. Yeah, amygdala doesn't work properly. But then he sees his wife in the sewers, so that means that it is able to read his fears of his wife being hurt.
Well,
I'm like, wait, how did?
Well, his wife wasn't hurt; she was just down there, and like, I think he was reaching for something. He was like, he knows he's sensitive towards his family, So he was trying to pull
Yeah.
at something.
Yeah, but it means he's trying to scare him somehow.
But there was nothing wrong with the wife when she was down there. She just looked normal, and she was like,
no, she ended up. Didn't she like her face changed?
Yeah,
before he shot her?
she charged him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But I don't think.
Then he shot her, and then she was in the water. Then she turns weird and like it flies off. You know?
But I don't think she was like I think he was attempting to scare him, like with that face change, but it didn't work, and he
but it reads people's fear, so it's like, what are you afraid of? So,
but he wasn't really there. He was still a kid with the kids.
No, but but that was obviously it though.
Yeah, but if he could be in two places at once, his
physical... No, he went there and then he went to the kids.
No, he was with the kids in the sewer at the same time as they were in the sewer.
Yeah, but I mean, that was obviously it, though.
That was after he was Uncle Sam, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then that was a weird one, too. That was a weird transition. But
what are you scared of, Uncle Sam?
Yeah, Uncle Sam. Well, I was like, wait, are they...
Being recruited to probably a war you don't want to fight, you know? Mm-hmm. But
both of them?
I mean...
And then the Uncle Sam did look kind of cheap. It looked kind of cheap. Yeah.
Well, no, that looked like the ghost from the third. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
But I think it only attacked the one guy, it came out at the one guy. The other guy was just firing because the other guy was firing.
Yeah, we don't know what
you don't know what the other guy's
doing.
Yeah. But I think like the wife, because he's leading the other kids around so he can obviously project himself, I guess, multiple places at once. I would assume if that was the
especially if you're
case.
that close to him, I think probably it's
yeah, like because the other guy saw nothing. It was like, you're shooting at nothing, man. What's going on?
Yeah, well, his friend,
So
oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope I survived this episode. Oh no.
Man.
Also, it was kind of weird how Lillian got separated from them. Yeah. Lily got separated from her friends, and then they linked up with her father, with that kid's father.
Right.
But then they were at no point they're like. Looking around like, where's Lily? Yeah,
I mean,
they just run out. You know.
Hey, if I was being chased by a monster car, I'm not looking back. I'm done.
Yeah, but that's your friend. Like, you guys know what's going on.
Well, they better be. Hopefully, they're behind me.
Don't go to the sewers chasing it with Chad because he's just gonna leave her.
Well, hey, it's a
matter on my list of to dos.
It's a matter of life or death, and then you almost get shot by your dad, and then it's like, well, all right, kids, get out of here, you know, so type of situation.
Yeah, for a fearless guy, he does a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, well, yeah, I thought they were going to be like, oh, where's Lily? He's like, I'll go.
Right.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
I have a superpower.
But no, but he is afraid though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say he was totally afraid because he was
maybe not as much as other people, but he definitely was still afraid.
Yeah, but he was
because like it didn't show up to him as a
reaction.
Yeah, it didn't show up to him as an accountant. It showed up as his wife. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think he's afraid of his wife.
No, he's afraid of his wife getting hurt though, like being in danger. That she's down there in the sewers with them.
So and he was pointing the gun at her, and he was. And
he's definitely not. He's like, can't you see it? Can't you see it? Like that sounded like he was afraid. He wasn't like, hey man, what's going on? I'm saying something.
He wasn't even saying, can't you see it? Can't you see it? He was like, he was having a conversation with his wife, and the guy's like, what are you looking at me? And he was not responding to his.
Yeah, but eventually he said, don't you see it, or something like that, or did you? And that's because remember when his son comes around the corner. First of all, I thought his son was going to get shot. I thought that. His partner was like, "I see him too."
Yeah,
and that's that's when he calmed down.
The partner takes the bullet.
Yeah, right.
I think after he shot his wife that lunged at him.
Yeah,
and then he's like, "You can't see this." Like that's when he said, "Can't you?" See? Not like while he was like trembling, like or whatever. But I think he was just.
But there's definitely something. I don't know if it's a writing hole or there's something else up. But he definitely showed some fear, so it's.
I don't know how you play that.
I think
character.
it's adrenaline. It's not fear. Yeah. Like he didn't seem scared to me at that moment. He was just shocked.
He seemed scared.
I don't know. I didn't get fear from.
And it's not like
I got a lot of anxiousness and anxiety.
Yeah,
maybe not fear.
This is a supernatural thing. He's gonna.
Right.
He can't be afraid, but he's gonna be.
And they're not really telling him because he keeps going. I need more answers. I need more information of what we're gonna face.
Yeah,
and the military's not really giving it to him.
Right. And he's got to protect his friends and then other people. And so it's like I don't think it's. And he's afraid because he brings his family to the base to keep them from being attacked.
Yeah,
and like. So it's like maybe this is a way to scare him up a bit, but it's not going to scare him. I guess
how do you play this character that he's not a robot? You know, if you're like he's got no fear, but how do you play this guy?
I mean, he was afraid when his son was possibly drowning. Like, so like that's a different kind of, I think, fear. They're going for.
Maybe it's more of a worry because everybody has a fear of their loved ones being hurt. So maybe that could be it, but. Yeah, but you're right. I don't know. It's yeah.
It's not like your worst, like worms coming out of your mouth. Oh my god!
Dude.
yeah, she was
Can we
crazy,
talk
yeah.
about that?
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
we talk
yeah,
about
Jesus
her,
Christ.
the parasitic
Yeah.
eyeballs?
Ugh.
Yes.
Probably the best. I mean, I like applauded. It was so gross, and like the way that she went to just go hack them off at the bandsaw. I was like,
oh my god!
Yeah, she was
God.
crazy, dude. Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, that's. And then I called it. I was like, oh, it's gonna look like she killed her friend or something.
Right. I mean, luckily she survived.
Yeah, yeah.
She's missing an eyeball now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Is that Rhonda or Elaine? Something.
I forgot what the girl's name.
One of the
is.
girls. Yeah. So, because of, I guess, I mean, maybe you guys understood it, but I didn't really. It targets her,
Yeah.
puts fear into her, and makes her think that because they had been watching, like a documentary,
Nature documentary
in
about
class
parasites.
about
yeah.
parasites that get into worms, and they grow these kind of cones out of the
So
worms,
that- yes.
so that birds come down, eat them, and spread the parasite.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she,
Which I thought was a nod to Last of Us. I was like, oh, they're doing.
that's what I thought
like,
too. Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's exactly what I was thinking when I was watching it. I think her name is Rhonda. Is a former friend of Lily's because now Rhonda's like joined the patty cakes. We're like,
Yeah,
this,
she
like,
was gonna
popular
set up Lily.
Yeah, gonna set her up like, oh, this boy likes you, and
Yeah.
go talk to him. Okay, let me go.
They're
Let me
gonna
go to the
be
bathroom
mean,
first.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it turns out that they were just fucking with her. The kid
Right.
doesn't like her.
And Rhonda kind of like felt bad about it. and wanted
Right,
to get
because
out
they
of
used to be
it.
friends, but she's still going through with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it just targets her and makes her like have these parasites growing out of her eyes, and she was disgusted by it during class.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, we're gonna see like a little worm in her eye
Yeah,
or
yeah, that's what I
something.
thought too, yeah.
But where they go with it,
It's pretty nuts. Yeah.
cinema,
Yeah.
pure cinema.
Yeah, so she has these parasites. She thinks she has these parasites growing out of her eyes. She runs to the wood shop, turns on the bandsaw,
Whoa.
and trying to cut them off.
Yeah,
Actually, like slices her own eye off.
yeah.
And then Lily comes in and
Well,
was
and
like,
we had to see like the parasite vision.
yeah, the
Yeah,
vision.
it was like,
oh.
which was beautifully effective.
Pretty
man.
crazy,
It was
yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Because they're like these like translucent cones.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Oh,
Lydia
God.
runs in, and Rhonda's trying to like gouge her eyes out with a.
yeah. If you're squeamish, it's not the sequence
No.
for you.
And-
Parasites are a phobia of mine.
Oh, really?
This would get
Because as like when I took a biology class, like back in high school, we were going over just parasites, and like they showed us different pictures of
Yeah.
coming out of people's bodies, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then part of one is like, there's a way you could get them by, if you walk barefoot on grass and the eggs get in
Yeah.
between it. So I was like, I don't walk barefoot on grass anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like if I'm playing outside.
I mean,
No, I
those
don't.
are very.
I don't roll around in the. I don't roll around in the mud no more.
You're talking about like trichinosis, I think. Yeah.
No pigs.
That's a very dirty environment, so it's not like, you know. It's
What,
not like-
outside?
Yeah. No, just like
In
those are
general.
like farms, like, you know.
No, there's
It's usually where like pigs are shitting who are not vaccinated against that.
You're talking about like ringworm.
Yeah, I think trichinosis. Yeah.
No. It was, I forget the name of the one that we were going over in class, but it was like, it would be like they would be on the edge of just grass blades, and like they would get on your feet,
Ooh.
Yeah.
and then they would hatch on your feet and then dig in and
What?
then grow.
Just stay away from my bandsaw, Chad.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Missing his toes.
Yeah, you would if it's coming out of your eyes.
No, I'd kill myself. I would. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not half-assing that shit. I'm not gonna go blind. I'm dead.
But yeah, she basically cuts her eye out, and then she takes a wedge and is trying to like
Oh yeah, it was like a chisel.
gouge her other
Yeah.
chisel,
Oh.
trying to gouge her other eye out. Liddy grabs it, and then of course all the class comes in.
And she's just covered
She's
in blood.
covered in
with
blood,
the,
like with the chisel.
Yeah.
In her
And it's
hand.
like she's like, not
no,
again.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor girl. Every time she wants to prove that she's sane, that she gets caught in some kind of compromising position where everybody
Yeah.
thinks that she's nuts. You know.
When I do like the storyline of when she was in the asylum, the one woman that like listened to her is the one that was having the affair.
Yeah.
With
Right.
the
Father of-
projectionist. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and we find out that he was at the guy who's being blamed for the murders in the movie theater. He was out that night. He claimed he was home
Yeah.
all night,
Yeah.
but he wasn't. And he can't say anything because it's 1963
So,
and
yeah.
he's having a
Married
with a
white
white woman. Yeah, so it's just that would
I think
in Maine, which is in the north.
I think he would
in the
fare
60s
better
would
at
not be-
Shawshank than revealing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, where he probably survived Shawshank. He
Yeah.
probably wouldn't survive that. in
Well, they
the
kept saying
1960s.
people don't survive Shawshank. Like,
Yeah, it's
like
true. They
that.
do
If
keep
you get
saying
sent
that.
there, you don't
That's true.
survive long.
Well, You know what? Andy Dufresne survived.
I wish we saw the attack on the bus though.
Yeah, and then we find out
that was
that
weird. It was
he's being transported in a bus, and the bus somehow something happened. They were attacked, and
I was like, did I miss something?
And I was like, was that it?
Well, yeah, because
I don't
when he was
understand.
being loaded up on the bus, and then
saw-
the wife
yeah.
saw the guard with the buck teeth standing at the window, and I was like, why is he revealing himself to the
Yeah,
wife?
me too. I was thinking
don't
the same
understand
thing.
that.
I was like, is he trying to scare her as well? Because he doesn't use. He can go after adults, but he prefers kids.
But it makes sense if you want to keep fear in this town.
That's true.
Like, release a prisoner that everyone's scared of.
That's true.
You know, like,
Yeah, that makes
True,
sense.
but I also think it's a way to get. It's like a weird, convoluted way to get his wife involved because the wife's trying to help him.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to release him, so he activates a chain of events to get
Yeah,
the wife,
yeah.
and because
Right.
she was supposed to be at home, it's safe on the base. Now she's out somewhere,
Right,
trying to
right.
save this guy. So,
So the other thing I was a little confused, but like, why did it target her friend Rhonda? Like, why did he go after her? It seems because it was kind of random. All of a sudden, she has these parasites growing over her eyes, and I was like, what was that about? Like, why is he? I guess just to keep her scared. I suppose.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly to
anyone's in the orbit of Lily seems to be getting affected.
Well, yeah, I think because at some point, a bunch of the deaths probably get blamed on one person.
Yeah,
and like she's a good scapegoat because in the movies it was the bully that killed those killed. So maybe he was prepping somebody up for either the projectionist.
They all think she's crazy. Yeah,
somebody.
Right.
So he needs to keep them around, but before he's finally done for however many years.
Yeah, because they said in the 20s it was
true.
like a bank robbery that the town just opened up on.
Well, and that's those that's that car they found.
Right, yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't know why it was buried, but I'm guessing the town like took vigilante justice and then buried the car.
Yeah.
And somehow I'm sure that
feeds it.
Yeah, it's like appearance is part of that somehow. Maybe one of the guys looked like him who was one of the bank robbers. That'd be cool if we saw Skarsgård in there without makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
So, and actually, I found out he's an executive producer on the show. I didn't know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good for that guy.
Wet his beak on both sides.
Exactly.
The what do you call it? The Halloran stuff I'm really enjoying.
Yeah. Really good. Really good.
Especially all the stuff with the mom and his dad, it looks like.
It was his grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was his grandpa. Or his I forget if it
his
was uncle or grandpa.
Yeah, his grandfather.
And but it turned out to be it.
Yeah.
But I love that they called back to the lock box that he teaches.
Yes.
Danny and Dr. Sleep.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, because he would hold all the evil ghosts away.
Yeah, something in the box. Remember?
And so I'm intrigued what he just released.
Yeah, me too.
In his box. So we might see whatever dead thing he's been talking to beforehand or been tortured by.
It was really cool how
because when he comes out of the sewers, he looks really shook.
Yeah. It was really dope how it was able to take the form of his grandfather, and then little by little you see his face kind of like transforming into like the
eyes of Skull. Like,
like, whoa, what do you have in here?
Yeah, he's
like,
let's open it up.
Yeah, let's open it up. He's like, don't, please don't. He just open it up. Yeah, so good how it understands that there's other supernatural elements out there that are after him, and he uses that to fight back against them. It's really interesting how it's done. Because like when Halloran first went down there into the sewers, he like kind of transported down there. You see, it's the wagon circus that thing that it had that he uses, and he asks him like, "Who are you?"
Yeah,
it's so good. Like, what
should be here?
Yeah, and that's when he's like, "Oh, it saw us."
Yeah,
so it's
like it wasn't supposed to see us.
Yeah,
I really because. When the fourth episode, when they're describing the Native American story of it crashing to Earth, it reminds me of and it's probably in other sci-fi stuff as well, but I do remember a specific Superman the Animated Series episode where aliens had trapped this Goliath monster to a meteor. It was his prison because
Doomsday?
No, it was one that sucks up energy from like the Earth and stuff.
Yeah,
and it can't really be stopped. It just feeds on energy, and like whatever planet it's on, it just drains it. And so they sent it into space because there was something they created it and they can't control it. So I was like, I wonder if that's what it is, because obviously in the book it said it's like I'm the eater of worlds. And so was it a weapon from another alien race, or was it like they call it a spirit, but I mean, it
Right.
could be
Right.
something alien construct or something like that. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And the fact that the military wants it as a weapon, so it makes sense that it kind of plays into that. Like that was its prison, and it broke open, and now it's loose.
Be good. Yeah, that's
So,
good.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. So far, it's really well done. I'm really enjoying it. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I can't wait to see the new.
Oh yeah,
episode
we'll
drop.
have a new episode.
Yep. And man, I am pleasantly surprised. I these shows that are based on that are spin-offs or prequels of things, they can be pretty bad. And I thought this one, I was like, well, I'll give it a shot, but I'm not expecting a lot from it, and it's been so good. I've been pleasantly surprised.
I will say as well, I know we just saw his clown form now, but like he looks better than he did in the movies.
I agree. I agree.
It looks, especially, I think he's even more scarier when he's silhouetted and you just see his eyes and like the shape of his clown form. And I was like, this clicks better for me
definitely.
than the movies did.
Yeah, he definitely looks much creepier when he was down in the sewers when he's approaching Lily. You see him in the distance. It's like, oh shit, yeah, it looks terrifying.
Yeah.
So, and then you see his full mouth open.
Yeah.
And then I really love how he kind of paused and
He's
then
like,
just kind of like, it was kind of looking down, and then we see the piece of shard down there and just disappears. Oh, so good. So good. So well done. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm glad that
Do we know how many episodes are in total for this?
there are 8.
Okay.
Oh, really?
We're pretty
Yeah.
close.
So it's near
So
the
3 more.
end.
So really looking forward to the conclusion
Okay.
of it. I don't know how they're going to line it up with the rest of the stories. Like, obviously, it wins because it goes into hibernation,
Right.
Or at least
So
they
we'll-
think they defeated it, maybe.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Something.
but we'll see. But so far, the writing's on point. Directing is the acting is all the actors.
Yeah.
The kid
Everyone-
actors are really good. Holy
Really
shit,
good.
man!
Yeah.
Really, really well done with this cast. If I think that's it for this episode, guys. Chad, why don't you take us out?
All right. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. If you haven't already or have not heard us beforehand, then please like and subscribe and comment on Instagram and YouTube.
Yes.
And
Oh, don't forget to rate and review us on all your podcatchers that are out there that you're listening. We're on the Spotify's and on the Apple. So
yes, sirree.
please give us a little rate and review. It does help the algorithm and
Please.
spread the word.
Yes. And as we always say here, enter the nerddom, exit the sewer hole.
The sewer hole.
Yeah, it's the hole
Yes,
where
I know.
the sewer starts.
I was hoping
You
you'd
want
say,
a
like,
pipe? You want a
dairy
pipe
or
instead?
something?
I mean,
Yes.
Don't forget to eat your dairy.
That's it. There you go.
That's the thing.
There you
That's
go.
the zinger.
Yeah, brought to you by Got Milk.
Got
Yeah.
There you go.
So long, everybody.